talkSPORT's update with Trust a Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trust a Trader professional.
talkSPORT.
I'm Dan Fletcher. Good afternoon. Arne Slot isn't winning any new friends with his criticism of set pieces in the Premier League this season. The Liverpool boss reckons the increase in goals scored from corners is removing joy from matches. Our very own Simon Jordan says it's funny how he wasn't as bothered last season.
They go into the transfer market, they buy everybody they get their hands on that's not nailed down, and then they complain about the fact that the league is now reflective of a different kind of football
right.
They don't much like.
So, to quote you, Arnie, pack it in.
A little bit.
Liverpool go to Wolves tonight, knowing victory will lift them into fourth. Burnley are away at Everton, with Scott Parker admitting the disallowed goal against Brentford has affected him.
There's only so many experiences you can go through when you come to a game of football that don't leave scars.
Would leave Burnley 5 adrift of safety with 9 games to go. talkSPORT take you around the grounds for all the goals as they go in. You can hear Ipswich Hull 4th versus 5th in the Championship over on talkSPORT 2. Some other news in brief now. Danny Welbeck's triggered a 1-year option in his contract at Brighton. Confirmation that Brazil and Real Madrid winger Rodrigo has ruptured his ACL and requires surgery. He'll miss the World Cup, which gets underway in 100 days' time. Finn Smith will start at fly half for England, one of 9 changes ahead of Saturday's Six Nations trip to Italy. Steve Borthwick selected an entirely new backline with Caden Murley, Sab Atkinson and Tom Roebuck among those to come in. And big racing news ahead of the Cheltenham Festival. Last year's Queen Mother Champion Chase winner Marine Nationale won't defend his crown. That's because of a neck problem. Trainer Barry Connell has described it as horrendous luck. Remember, you can hear every race across the talkSPORT network.
talkSPORT News.
The Tories say the Chancellor's plan is not working following her spring statement, and the UK is considering sending a major warship to Cyprus to help defend its military base.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Whatever the weather, our range of services is longer than the queue at the Chippy on a Friday night. Tyres, MOTs, brakes and more. Book today at quickfit.com.
The odd spots of drizzle in the south, but in the main, sunny spells for the rest of the afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Got a bit of a backache from golf today. Darren Bent is alongside me.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
I just told him that.
Yeah, easy.
You all right?
Yeah, no, man, you.
Your trousers, jeans, whatever, they're getting baggier every day.
Love it. You'll be wearing them too.
I won't too, but I've got a pair. I wore them at the weekend.
You said that about Jordan 1s, then 2s, then 3s, then 4. Tell the truth.
That is 100% true. Right, Dico, we got a show for you today. We'll tell you why football's gone so wrong over the last decade and ask how we bring the beautiful game back again. It's 100 days until the World Cup gets underway, so Bent is going to bring us his current 26-man England squad. And we're building up to a big night of Premier League football as Adrian Durham prepares to take you around the grounds. With Soccer Ray returning as well to talkSPORT, we'll bring you out exclusive interview with Wazza. How good's that? All that plus, of course, yes, the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, joins us in the studio. And we've got this week's clutching at scores. Oh, it's back, is it? Is that because I'm pulling back the scores? All that and more is coming up on today's Drive Time show. Please be a part of it. Please. We'd love to hear from you today. 03 717 223344 03 717 223344. Dial that number. You can tell your mates you're on national radio. Go on, dial it. I dare you.
He is massive. Wow.
He is massive. Wow. DB, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, you?
Played golf today. I shouldn't have played golf.
Why? Your back smash up?
I injured my back 2 weeks ago when my personal trainer, only once a week, probably the last time.
Why don't you say don't say personal trainer? Just say, I hurt you at the gym. That's what you need to say.
No, because there's a reason for it. Because he said, lift that, and I went, it's too heavy. I'm only a little puny thing. And he went, no, you'll be fine. I went, oh, what? And I lifted it, and my back went...
What exercise were you doing?
I don't know what it's called. Well, I'll try and explain it to you.
Go on.
Right, now, you've just made a face. Mm-hmm. I bet I'll explain it to you. You don't know what it's called.
I bet I do.
Right. So you get a barbell, and you put it into the floor.
Yeah.
So it's coming up at like right angles like that, right? And then you hold it in your right hand.
Yeah.
Bring it down to your side.
Yeah.
And then put it up with your right and then over your left. What's that called? Brains?
Hold on. You talk about a barbell press?
No.
Yeah, well, you don't know, do you?
No, it's not.
Well, that would be a barbell press.
Shut up, Joe. No one asked you.
Yeah, that's
floor
right.
Press. Floor press.
No, it's barbell
Thank
press.
you.
Because I at home,
Yeah.
I've got.
Oh, you got your own gym, have you?
No, barbell goes into. I've got the machine on the floor. You put the barbell into it.
That's it.
With a weight onto it, and then I used to do
That's
like
it.
barbell rows or like
That's
core.
it. Yeah,
weight.
rows.
Yeah.
So this was up with one hand and then over the other, and my back just went. And so for 2 weeks.
Sorry, what weight do you have on there? Because the bar
Heavyweight, man. Heavyweight.
No, because the bar naturally is 20 kg.
Yes, right.
So what?
Oh, well, this is an Olympic bar, so it's 25.
Okay, and how much weight did you have on it?
A lot, man.
No, you had nothing, did you?
A lot of weight, baby. A lot of weight.
Nothing, did he? You had no weight.
I have one of the big ones.
But 20. Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
I need to know.
I think probably a 10k maximum.
So you had 35 on there, and you pulled your back doing 35k.
All right, A, I'm about 2 years older than you, so have some respect. And B, look at me, I'm not a big thing.
Okay, look.
I'm just tiny.
Joe's smaller than you, and he can lift double that.
Joey's not smaller than me. Joe, what are you talking about? Like volume?
No, in terms of just the size of his frame.
Yeah, but he's younger.
What does that mean?
You got you're less subtle, aren't you, when you're older?
Well, fair play to you.
All right.
25, decent. That's a good. High five.
Let's stick your-
Oh.
Anyway, I should have played golf. Played golf today. Played all right.
But I understand where you come from with that.
You have to play.
No, not the damaging on the little like child's weights, but when you've got a little injury and then I paddle knee, I'm going out there regardless.
I saw a little gadget. I know, sorry, Joe. I saw a little gadget. I should have sent it to you. I was going to send it to Joe because our Joe is running the London Marathon for charity. What charity is it for? Quickly tell me. British Heart Foundation. We'll give the details out later on. And he's running it, and he's got a problem with his knee. I saw this little device, and it goes. You know the thing Sebastian Veron used to wear.
Yeah.
And it was just for decoration. So it looks like that just under the knee, but it's got a little like electric thing on it.
Yeah.
And it sends shockwaves or whatever it is to the knee. So while you're playing sport, it helps you.
Okay. Well, listen, Joe. Is your knee struggling? Bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in a Compex for you. So you put the pads on around your knee.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And
It's amazing.
we used to use it as pros to warm up, and it activates the muscles just to kind of give it a little bit of repair.
Yeah, you won't ever see that, of course.
And Joe, I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like his PlayStation, like he rips your shirt, like trainers.
You got the shirt.
Like do you get the trainers? Do you get the PlayStation? No.
See, there you
Like
go.
all that. You won't
No,
ever
but
see
Joe,
that.
the
You won't ever see
the
that.
Compex,
My advice is
I'll
go to
bring for you
physio.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you won't. That won't be there. That won't be there. Well, like when you tell Smudge who's coming in a bit, when you tell him like you're going to a boxing match and you never turn up.
No exaggeration. It's unbelievable. But I mean, it hurts. Like if you turn up the pressure up,
Yeah.
it's like oh. Right, well,
You haven't got one for the back, have you?
you could use it on the back as well.
All right. Oh, I'll have it before you, Joe.
I've got two.
That doesn't surprise me. Have you really?
Yeah.
All right. You haven't got any now. We've got lots coming up today's show. We are gearing up, of course, a huge night, another big night of Premier League football. I do love the fact that every single day and night there's Premier League football, there's Champions League football, there's Europa League football, there's Conference League. I mean, it just doesn't
Championship
stop.
last night. Good game as well.
Championship, a huge game tonight, isn't there, Joe, in the Championship? But we'll be looking ahead to the first of 3 wonderful nights of Premier League football. We've got Adam Smith talking boxing.
Will I get a haircut this week? Is a question.
We've got Newcastle Wednesday.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a haircut, we've got FA Cup, so we're not in that. And then international break's coming up soon.
I need a trim.
Well, you can't. It's cooking
I've
big,
got
man.
some
Look.
big dates coming up. I need a.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You've got one big day coming up. Yeah?
No, but okay.
Can we talk about it on air?
Yeah, but obviously, sad. Obviously, God rest her soul. My grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
So I've got a funeral on the 17th.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm hoping.
listen, tough.
No, I'm hoping Leighton will call up and say, "Do you know what, Benny?"
No, he won't. Leighton, no.
No, Leighton, listen.
No.
I'm hoping he calls up and goes, "Do you know what, Benny? Just for the purposes of that,
All right.
I'll allow you to have a dispensation."
Why?
Because Port and Dad got it nice.
There's so much I want to say, but 4:10, I can't say.
Yeah. So if Leighton's listening,
No dispensation. You had a bet.
Listen, not up to you.
Be a man.
It's up to Leighton.
Be a man.
It's up to Leighton. Please,
Should
Leighton.
we start today's show? We're going to talk about Arsenal's set pieces, a dividing opinion. Theirs especially. But do you care how your side wins a game of football?
Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Urian Timber has just tucked the Gunners back into the lead. It came from another set piece.
So the fact that it might not have been what everyone thinks it should be, some wonderful game of football, which very rarely these games with a big sides play against one another, is a wonderful game of football. Every now and again you get the exception. Arsenal won. They did the job.
I'm not complaining. I mean, it's fabulous. It's fabulous because the whole essence of football is to win.
I spend my weekends for Super Sundays. I used to always look when a Barcelona playing. Imagine Messi pinging it into the corners. Busquets, Neymar, like fighting to get in front of the keeper.
Yeah, how about this? 17.6% of the goals scored in the Premier League this season have come via corners. That's the highest percentage in a season in Premier League history. Arsenal have, of course, also matched the record for scoring the most goals from corners in a single season, 16, with 9 games still to go. Former Stoke gaffer Tony Pulis was on the Breakfast Show this morning. He was asked by a caller what he thought of Mikel Arteta's side.
Boring Arsenal.
I'll tell you right now, Abdul. I'll tell you right now, there won't be too many Arsenal supporters complaining about boring
No.
Arsenal if you go over the line, mate.
Not at all. I really, truthfully, Abdul, I think Arteta has been absolutely fantastic to pick up on the basis of what, if you do it properly, what set plays can bring. Yeah. And it can change games from drawing games or losing games to winning games that has taken them to where they are. It's not everything. They've got some fantastic players, and I mean and they play some fantastic football at times. But it's another string to their bow, and I think it's a string that's helped them get to where they are now, without a question of a doubt.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue with that. Let me give you some stats. These are nuts, by the way. So, pin back your Lagos, football fans, because I didn't know this. Producer Joe has done some more number crunching. In the 2014-15 season, the top 10 completed passes in the Premier League was all made up of midfielders and wingers. Mm-hmm. So that's obvious, right? So whoever put the most passes together...
I think it was Cesc was top. I think it was 2,700 and something.
There you go. So these were the players that made the most passes in Premier League football that season, 2014-15, right? All midfielders and wingers. Cesc Fabregas, Yaya Toure, Cazorla, David Silva, Eden Hazard. Those type of players.
Hey, get one of them off that list.
What?
Get one of them off the list.
What, in his pomp?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. David Silva. Anyway, yeah. This season, so all of them, 12 years ago, were midfielders and wingers. This season, the top 10 is made up of 8 centre-backs and 2 centre midfielders. Virgil van Dijk is top with the likes of Chalobah, Konsa,
Lewis Dunk,
Saliba, Declan Rice, Elliot Anderson, also in there. I haven't got Lewis Dunk's name, but I'm guessing he's in there, right? Yeah. And all that tells us, not all, but that basically tells us that lots more teams and footballers are passing from the back and keeping hold of the ball at the back, right? Every season since Pep Guardiola's side has been there at City, there have been at least 7 defenders in the top 10.
Who's the 2 midfield players you said in there? Elliot Anderson, who's the other one?
Declan Rice.
Okay, the Declan Rice one almost surprised me. But yeah, the Elliot Anderson one makes total sense because he's a holding midfield player. Yeah. So he's closest to the defence. So they get it and give it to him, or he'll give it back straight back to them. But I mean, that just tells you all you need to know. I mean, that's why there's very few, and there are still, there are lots of wonderful footballers still that play in the Premier League and across Europe, right? But in terms of that creative freedom that certain players used to be able to play with, that's non-existent anymore. Because it was almost like, it used to be, how quickly can we get the ball into those players? Like, okay, where is Hazard? Yeah. Where is Ozil? I mean, even Wazza, to a certain extent, was that playmaker, right? How quickly can we find Wazza? And Michael Carrick was one of the best at doing that, where he'd get the ball and his head would be on the half turn, and he'd just go, where's Wazza? Pop, straight into him. Now, the creative players are struggling to get on the ball because it goes to, the goalkeeper passes it 2 yards to the centre-back, it gives it back to him. He goes at the other side to the other centre-back, it comes back to him. It's like 4 or 5 different 5 or 6 passes before it even gets anywhere near the halfway line. And that's what we've come to. Now, it's not that I don't enjoy watching it, but I think sometimes just mix it up. Like, when I watch Arsenal, which obviously I do weekly, they do it so often that it makes me nervous. At times, and fair to David Ray, he does do it every now and then, just go a bit longer. You know what I mean? Don't invite the press, because when you're already nervous, you start giving the ball away on the edge of your box, you start panicking a little bit. If you just relieve some of that pressure, and I think Ederson and probably Alisson are the best 2 I've seen at that. Certainly in this kind of modern day football, where Ederson would get the ball, and yes, he could play with his feet, he was incredible. But when there was that ball to be hit, whether it be Aguero or Sterling, he'd just go pop straight in behind. Yeah, unbelievable. And people don't expect it.
No. Do you think Premier League football, is less entertaining to watch?
Yeah, of course it is. It's now, it's still good football to watch because they're still very technically good players, but it's very robotic now. Every single team plays the exact same way. It's just whether you're better at playing that way than the other team.
I think that's the last one I read out every season since Pep Guardiola's second season at City. There have been at least 7 defenders in that top 10. Yeah. I mean, that tells you everyone's trying to copy Pep. Listen, we've got so much to cram into, but I really want to get your views on, do you care how your side wins a game? It's football. I know you don't. Well, listen, when we had this in the meeting, I was like, I don't care. And then you like, oh, hold on a minute. I was like, actually, you're right, because when Jose was in charge of my team, the football I watched was awful.
Remember when Conte was in charge of Spurs? They hated his football.
Hated it.
Nuno hated it.
Yeah. So I do care how my side wins, but do you Arsenal fans? Like, if you win every game now, Arsenal, between now and the end of the season, every game 1-0,
playing like this,
and they all come from a corner, what do you care?
Oh my goodness!
I'm
there at the parade.
Yeah. I want to get your calls. 03717223344. Do you care how your team wins a game? If you do go to the parade, where will you be? Where will you be standing?
I'll probably be on the coach, probably.
Yeah, not on the corner. 03717223344. Get your calls in now. We'll go to the phone lines in just a moment because the Lionesses, they're in action tonight. They're taking on Ukraine in Turkey. Angelina Kelly is watching that one for talkSPORT, and she has all the team news for us now. Angelina, good evening to you.
Good evening. Yes, England's World Cup qualification begins today as the Lionesses face Ukraine in Turkey. The game is, of course, being played here because Ukraine are unable to play in their home country as a result of the war with Russia. This also meant that whilst England travelled by special chartered plane this week, the Ukrainian women's team travelled on a bus for 15 hours to catch a flight from Moldova due to the Ukrainian airspace remaining closed. Serena Wiegman makes 6 changes to the side that beat Ghana 2-0 in December as goalkeeper Hannah Hampton and captain Leah Williamson return from injuries. Georgia Stanway, Laura Blinkill-Brown, Lauren Hemp and Alessia Russo are also back in the 11. Alex Greenwood misses this evening with a minor muscle injury and will continue to be assessed ahead of Saturday's fixture against Iceland. Kick-off is at 5 p.m. It's Ukraine versus England.
Flawless as always. Thank you, Angelina Kelly. She'll be keeping us updated with anything and everything that happens this afternoon. Adam Smith joins us in 15 minutes talking all things boxing. But before that, we're going to take your calls. Do you care how your team wins a game of football? 03717223344. Dial that. You could be next. Live on Drive on talkSPORT.
I know you won't be too pleased with the way it finished at the Old Firm game. Wasn't the referee absolutely fantastic? I think he actually jumped over and a couple of players who went down injured.
Yeah.
He never stopped the game once.
Absolutely.
It was like watching football 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't having anybody hanging around or falling down and blowing up and stopping the game. He just got on with it. And amazingly, how many of those players jumped up and carried on playing?
I know, mate.
You know when players do it?
It was just fantastic.
You know when players do it, right, and then they fall down and then their team win the ball back? they're straight up, aren't they? On getting back in the box to go and try and score a goal.
Andy, I know it'll be sorry, Ali, it'll be disappointing for you, but I just thought the referee was I thought it was a very, very old-fashioned game in lots of respects. Great, obviously, unbelievable atmosphere.
It was
commitment
incredible
from both teams and a great result for Martin, especially at the end.
I've got to say, John, I mean, I just think in the grand scheme of things, yes, you're absolutely right. I was delighted at half-time, disappointed at the end of the game. But in the grand scheme of things, well, what's happening up the road? Motherwell, mate, you won't be aware. I think Motherwell have got the best defensive record in Europe. They've only lost 18 goals and they're only 2 points behind, and they've got to play Celtic twice, Hearts twice, Rangers once. It's what an end to the season we're having, mate. It's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, brilliant. And brilliant. I love those stats. Not conceding many goals. That's right up my street. That's right up my street.
I'd run it down for you, Tony. I'd put your name in capital letters up there, mate.
The Green Party have won the Denton and Gorton by-election. Labour in third place.
Breaking news that Peter Mandelson has now been arrested. So Mandy and Andy have now both had their collars felt.
What would Andrew Loney tell them to do?
To come clean, be honest. And if Charles is complicit in this cover-up, which I believe he is, then I think he has to fall on his sword.
When you define sex, what your gender or sex, what you mean is biological sex, and that's a man or woman, what you are physically, not what you think you are on a Wednesday afternoon.
It's a beautiful day. You listen to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside.
I'm being a bit silly, but was this Super Sunday tune?
Yeah, this was. I don't know if it was Super Sunday or was it music for the Premier League on Sky?
Maybe that much of a Super Sunday. It weren't ITV.
Jack, we getting involved for?
It weren't ITV. Was it?
I don't think it was. Don't say anything. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio, yes, by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. Just quickly, Inter Milan and Juve are both reportedly interested in Liverpool's goalkeeper, Alisson.
I bet they are.
How much would he go for? That's a great question. How much would he go for?
I mean, he's been worth they paid about 70 odd for him, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, of course, him and Virgil.
And he's been worth every penny.
Yeah, they should get their money back there or thereabouts. It's been revealed that Arsenal set-piece coach, Nicholas
Jovic.
What?
Jovic.
Receives a bonus every time they score from a dead ball situation.
He's won the lottery this year, isn't he?
Embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
You
got a reward.
He's got a mural up on the wall, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, what's happening to the world?
You've got to reward greatness. Look at McTominay, he's got Muriel. He should be alongside
Look at McTominay's got one. The geezer's a legend over in Italy and plays for Scotland. You've got this fella here who just goes, knock it long.
Honestly,
when you get a corner, knock it to the far post. Oh, here you go. It's 10 grand we scored from that.
I'd love to know what the bonus is because, boy, he'd be rolling it this year.
It can only be 5 grand. It can't be.
Only?
Yeah, I know, but do you know what I mean? If it's more than that, it's insane.
He's getting that.
How many corners you scored? Like 19?
Do you know what's funny? And listen, I don't mind it. I love watching it, you all right?
Yeah.
But when Arsenal take a corner, right, there's no someone will come off, peel off into a really clever area, then someone will make another run, and then someone will come up. It's just... They get into it. They get into it.
Get Saliba at the end.
They block the runner and then
get Gabriel.
Yeah, honestly.
The hustle and bustle that goes on is insane.
Yeah.
50% of your players or anyone doing a set piece like that don't even look at the ball now. Today.
No.
Nuts. Right, we're taking your calls. Do you care how your team wins a game?
Landmine press, it was called, wasn't it?
A landmine press, yeah. That's all right. My back literally blew up like one. Michael is an Arsenal fan. Mickey boy.
Hi guys, how are we doing?
Good man. Do you go to the gym? You got a personal trainer? Do you train?
No.
Why not?
That's not in the cards, buddy. I'm too busy arguing, trying to defend the way football's played now, even though it's not the most entertaining.
Yeah, but do you care? You're an Arsenal fan. You surely don't care, right?
To be honest, I don't care. It's been so long since we won anything. Major, the Premier League, the Champions League. If someone said to any football fan at the beginning of the season, your team's not going to play the most entertaining football in the world, but you're probably going to get it over the line, every football fan would bite your hand off at the start of the season. We're here to win football games.
Yeah.
This isn't a dance party. It's not the dancing at the Olympics. We're here to play football and win football games.
Do you know what? Right? Do you know what? And Michael, I agree with you. Right, to the point where if you're a team that necessarily wins a lot. So I'm going to use Man City as an example because they've been obviously trophy pigs over the last few years. I can understand why their supporters would want to play a certain way because they've been so successful with it, right? But you know when you get teams that don't win anything and then they're still moaning about the style of play?
Yeah.
You know, what do you want? Is it effective football or is it... Do you know what I mean?
Well, like Stoke. Stoke used to play, right?
Yeah. And
not a great brand of football.
But it was effective.
Well, effective in as much as it kept them up.
Yeah, I think they were a bit better than that. They're better players than that, just keeping them up.
They were better than that, but they didn't really perform better than that, did they?
I don't know if they got to did they get to a final or a semi-final potentially? Stoke, but no. My point is, when teams that don't win anything start moaning about the manager, the style of play, don't like it. Well, surely it's about you want to win something first.
Yeah, I get that. Let's go to Mark. He's a Liverpool fan. Hello, Mark. Mark, are you there? Oh, he sort of is there, but he's got a bad... Mark. No, he's caught in some kind of gale force. Greg's a Man United fan. Hello, Greg.
Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Long time listener.
Oh,
and I've got to give you... And first time caller.
Oh, thank you.
But I've got to give you and Bent your flowers. Brilliant. Excellent show all the time.
Thank you.
Yes?
Who's your favourite out of the two of us?
No, you go hand in hand.
No, but if you had to go on holiday with one of us...
It's obviously me.
Well, no, it might not be you.
Yeah, I'll go with Benty because I play football.
I told you. Why'd you do it to yourself?
Well, okay. Yeah. What about if you wanted to, you weren't going on holiday, you wanted to go to the pub? Okay, careful with your language. Drunk is a word we use, all right?
Oh, okay, will do.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
What do you want to say? Really, go on.
Is this constant thing about set pieces? There was a time when tiki-taka was a problem. Now it's set pieces.
Yeah.
I can remember even Arne Slot talking about set piece. Do you remember the World Cup when Holland equalised with Weghorst?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Excellent set piece. I don't know what the problem is. We should just play football. If you have got a problem with set piece, you've got to deal with it. It's simple as that.
I don't think it's just one set piece, right? I think it's the fact that it's lots of them. Because you want to be entertained. The argument is, do you want to be entertained when you go and watch football? And if the only goals you're seeing your team scores are from long corners, far post, headed down, hustle and bustle, goal, you could argue that's not necessarily entertaining football like it used to be.
Well, it's winning.
I know, but I'm saying it's not entertaining.
I understand that, but what happens when it goes to a penalty shootout? Is that entertaining?
Yeah, love it.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's not entertaining.
Oh, it is.
It's heartbreaking.
It is entertaining.
That's right, Benty.
Do you know what it is, right, as well? I do think, though, with it is entertaining. I think it's about winning, though. Like, you have to prioritise substance over style. You have to. And you're right. At times, you might go, this is a bit dribs and drabs. But if you're winning, that's what it matters. If you're getting beat and playing this sexy football, okay, Ange, prime example, good football, couldn't win a game, lost his job.
Won the Europa League, though.
Okay, so he should still be in a job.
Yeah. I hear what you say.
Do you know what I mean?
I think the definitive answer is, if you look back at the season and you've won it, then fine. It doesn't really matter. If you go the whole season, play like this, and you don't win it, then there's question mark.
Yeah.
We were so boring that year. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by the voice of boxing. We love Adam Smith coming in on a Tuesday at 4:30. Well, that's who will be joining us in just a moment. First, it's time for no Googling. We want to know, since records began being collected in the 03-04 season, which English player has completed the most passes in Premier League history? Since records began in 03-04, which English player has completed the most passes in Premier League history? I'll give you a clue. It's not Ryan Giggs. I'm guessing a lot of people thought it was Ryan Giggs. It's not him. The answer to that, and boxing chat, and loads more. Oh, by the way, lots of games in the Premier League tonight, one in the Championship. We'll have team news ahead of all of those as well. Loads of reasons. Keep listening to Drive on talkSPORT.
game, Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior was asked if he feels there is a disciplinary issue at the club.
No, it's hard to put your finger on it. You have older teams that have disciplinary problems. There's many aspects to what we need to do, but it needs to change. I hold my hands up to that, and it's something we need to start. We're back in tomorrow. We need to have a discussion as a group. We need to make sure that we go into Aston Villa with 11 men on the pitch for 95, 96 minutes to give us the best chance to win the game.
Do you think you've got disciplinary?
No, what do you mean? I don't think I know. I don't think I know. You cannot have that amount of red cards in the season, and they're not. It's not coincidence. Just that red card with
the Neto one.
Yeah, there's when I was doing the comms, right, and that is a tackle where he's taking him down. He don't want to run in the corner. He's probably Martinez come off the bench. He don't fancy it. He's running. He's like, I don't really fancy change. He's taken a little bit of a cheat's way out. He's brought him down.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to. That's a tackle for someone that's not on a yellow. I don't think he knows he's on a yellow card. I'm not excusing it because it's another cheap yellow card. And the problem you've got, and I've watched every Chelsea game, is we pick up cheap yellow cards. And cheap yellow cards can lead to expensive red ones.
Yeah.
And I see Enzo Fernandez yesterday, Pedro Neto sent off. Enzo Fernandez, our vice captain, gets another yellow card for throwing the ball down, right? That's got to be cut out. Your discipline has got to be on point. And I can't excuse it, and I'm not going to excuse it. It's absolutely terrible. Our discipline record this season is nothing short of shocking.
Sport is often filled with people trying to make a quick buck, often at fans' expenses. But sometimes someone on the fringes comes up with an exhibition idea that goes down a storm. Let me tell you about a couple of them. Mallorca 2007. Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer compete in what was dubbed the Battle of the Surfaces, a unique idea that reportedly almost got cancelled at the last minute when worms got into the grass. An 11th hour turf delivery got the match on, and despite some dodgy bounces on the new green stuff, Rafa and Roger slugged out a 3-set epic. Tennis has a history of exhibitions too, with the Battle of the Sexes in 1973 captivating audiences worldwide as Billie Jean King took on the former world #1 men's player Bobby Riggs, who talked down the women's game. Billie Jean King won. In motorsport, there was Monzanapolis in the 50s when American Indy cars went up against European F1 cars. But perhaps the best exhibitions have been the charity ones. In 1998, legends like Mike Atherton, Sachin Tendulkar and Glenn McGrath turned out at Lord's for a one-dayer in memory of Princess Diana. And since 2006, we've had Soccer Aid, which has raised an incredible amount of money. And if you get to see the likes of Jose Mourinho taking out Ollie Mers, then what's not to like?
Don't talk over it. There's a big gap coming up. A lot of people talk over it.
Don't call it a comeback, because that's a tune. That's what he says in the tune. LL.
Before the break, asked a question since records began. Which English player completed the most passes in Premier League history?
I'm going to say 2003.
No, it's much more than 2000.
Wazza. No, since
17,201 passes.
Milner.
Man United player.
Carrick. No.
Michael Carrick.
Was it?
Yeah, Michael Carrick. Cool, Michael.
I bet most of them were forward as well.
Yeah, of course they were. Sir Michael. Still to come, we'll find out who makes Bent his 26-man England squad for the World Cup with just 100 days to go. How about that?
Sorry. What was that no Googling question? Because someone's made a really good point.
Since records began in 03-04, which English players completed the most passes?
Why would you say he's not Giggsy? Obviously not. He's Welsh.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I am right. It's not Giggsy. Hold on. Is it Giggsy? Is it Giggsy? I was 100% right. Did play for England schoolboys, though.
It's over there.
Well, I was right. It wasn't Giggsy. It wasn't Neymar either. Michael Carrick. Time now for this.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
Magnetic, ferocious, fearsome, incredible. There's a lot of questions to be answered here.
Big uppercut. The referee has said enough is enough.
How many more do you want?
Lift off for AJ!
This is The Voice.
Yeah, time for The Voice, our weekly feature where we're joined in the studio by the legend, the one and only, the voice of boxing. Smudgy to his mates. We know him as Adam Smith. Take a look at the week's biggest story. Smudge man.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready for Wolves tonight and Wolves again. Liverpool 2 wins this week after a 5-2 demolition.
We weren't really. You're lucky.
Demolition.
Lucky.
Demolition job.
Do you reckon you're...
Hugo, what a player, eh? What a player.
Me what?
Hugo.
Ekatike, yeah, great player. Do you reckon you'll get Champions League football?
Yes. And a Spurs
shortest answer.
You told me last week Spurs are going down. They're dropping like 8 stone, aren't they?
Yeah, but we talked about this yesterday. I just think there's worse teams. They could lose every game and stay up.
The universe won't allow them to go down.
Crucial 5 minutes on Sunday for your guys, Arsenal.
Oh, unbelievable.
Crucial
unbelievable set plays.
Smudge, do you want them to
Crucial
go down?
5 minutes.
Smudge, do you want them to go down, Spurs?
Yes. One of my best friends is a Spurs fan. I want them to go.
That's what I want. That's the answer.
I love the stadium. You know, I love the stadium, and Fury's fighting there in a few weeks. But no, I'll have Spurs down. I'll have Arsenal not winning the league either.
Yeah, I'm with you for that.
Why, Smudge?
Come on, Darren.
What would you like to me?
I just don't like...
No, that's what we want. That's what we want, a proper football fan.
Most of my mates growing up were Arsenal fans, and I was the Liverpool one. I went up to Anfield 4 hours, and they went round the corner to the Highbury.
Smudge.
You know, I'm a Liverpool fan. Okay. Arsenal can just do one.
See, what I like about that is you prove Betty wrong, because you said when you were a kid growing up, most of your mates... I told you had mates.
Right. He's still bitter about 89, isn't he?
He's what? 89, yeah. Up for grabs now. Right, let's start with Alexander Usyk, because his next fight has been announced. He's going to return to the ring in May when he defends his WBC heavyweight title against former kickboxing champion Rico. I know him as Rico.
Rico Verhoeven.
Verhoeven. At the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt.
What a setting.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Has there ever been big fights in Egypt?
No, not that I know of. Backdrop of the pyramids, fantastic for the best fighter of our generation, Alexander Usyk. I mean, it's an event, isn't it? You know, Rico's only had one professional boxing fight, but he's a legendary kickboxer. And look, these things happen. It's not a great fight on paper, of course not. And a lot of people would have wanted Usyk to fight, I don't know, maybe a
boxer,
Andy Ruiz, a Wilder, somebody else.
Yeah,
sure. But this is what is happening in our sport now. It's about attraction. It's about entertainment. And if anyone deserves a voluntary, it's Alexander Usyk, having cleaned up twice against Fury, twice against AJ, twice against Dubois. At cruiserweight, obviously, 3-time undisputed. We'll give him this, won't we?
No.
I mean,
no.
Come on. But
I'll tell you why, because
it amazing.
No, listen, it may look amazing, right? But I'm not looking at holiday destinations when I turn on telly watching boxing. It will count on his record, and I think that's nuts.
Rico is being trained by Peter Fury. Now, Peter Fury, I know very, very well, and he's an unbelievable trainer. And he is a real boxing man. He will do everything he can to get Rico in the best possible condition for this fight. But Usyk is, I think, pretty much unbeatable at heavyweight. I mean, I don't know who can beat him.
George, that's the thing, though, so much, because you're right. No one, I don't think he's the best of our generation. There's an argument he's one of the greatest of all time.
Yes, we had that last week. Was he top 5? Is he
exactly
somewhere around.
So I just don't understand why he'd opt for this fight. I mean, unless he's maybe planning
Money.
to maybe. I mean, obviously that's the obvious one. Maybe he's looking to get out of the sport maybe soon, and he thinks, you know what, this is a huge payday, but. I would still have liked to see him fight.
And it's that crossover thing, isn't it? We had it way back in the day with Mayweather and McGregor, and it was theatre, but it was an event, and we all enjoyed the week, and everyone knew Mayweather was going to win. Conor was exciting and fun in the build-up, and look, let's see what Rico
Smudge,
does.
let me ask you this, Smudge.
He's
let
a
me ask you
legendary
this.
kickboxer.
Smudge, when I ask you if you want Spurs to go down, you go, yeah. When I ask you if you think this is an embarrassment, you go, well, you know, it is an embarrassment.
Live on DAZN, May 23rd.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on.
Sorry.
It is an
Forgot they
event,
paid your wages.
Andy. It is
I
an
can't
event.
wait for this one. This will be amazing.
There you go.
Should we quickly move
Alexander Usyk, anything that he does is worth watching.
I know, but, well, I won't watch this. It's not a real boxing. It will count his record. I think it's embarrassing. Don't you?
I just think he's beyond that, but he's as Spider said, he's earned it because of he's absolutely destroyed everyone.
What do you mean he's earned it?
Well, listen,
He gets paid.
We all thought Fury was the best of this.
It's not a great look in boxing terms, but it's an amazing event, and I think that's what we've got to lap it up.
You can lap it up.
Come on,
and what, you're watching
sort of the story.
Do you know? I won't watch it.
You will watch
I won't watch it. What, a kickboxer?
It's the curiosity again.
I'm not curious.
Okay.
Right, let's move on. Talk
I'm
about.
not going to get this.
Let's talk about a fight I am curious about. Conor Benn, because he's going to fight Regis Prograis on the undercard of Tyson's comeback. Tyson Fury's comeback on the 11th of April. When Conor Benn left Matchroom, he said he wanted legacy fights.
Yep.
I mean,
that's one fight deal.
Oh, hang on. You can't badmouth Regis Prograis. Terrific fighter, yes, at the tail end of his career, yes, up in weight, but Prograis, serious boxer, good fighter, very intelligent guy, great chess player as well. And I tell you what, he will come, and I heard him on talkSPORT at the weekend, he will come with everything. He believes in himself still, he's coming off a victory. No one thinks that he will turn over Conor Benn on the Fury night at Spurs, but I think he'll be better than people think. I've always liked Regis Prograis, and he is he's an excellent technician. Conor Benn should be too big and too fresh for him, and he should get the victory. You talk about legacy fights. Conor's fighting at a few weeks' notice. I think that this is fine, and then let's see him against a Ryan Garcia.
But this is the thing so much because it's a one-fight deal apparently with Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? But this is my not problem with it, right? So. But surely Eddie Hearn could have got in this fight.
Is it a one-fight deal?
Well, that's what I've read.
Are promoting, aren't they now? We found out April the 11th, and I just wonder, I mean, Conor's not just going to go there and fight Regis Prograis.
That's my point. Because Matchroom could have got in this fight.
Yeah, they could have done, but if he's getting $15 million to fight Regis...
You think he's getting 15 for this fight?
I don't know. Who knows? Have you seen the contract?
Well...
what's word on the street,
Is that
Smudge?
where you were a couple of weeks ago?
Smudge, what's word on the street? Is it for this fight?
I mean, I think it was a one-fight deal for $50 million. Whether it's this fight or whether that's down the line, who knows?
What do you think?
I think it's a lot of money to fight.
No, but do you think it's for this fight?
See, you thought...
Go on, finish that. It's a lot of money to fight what? A no one?
He's not a no one. He's an excellent fighter.
Right, finish your sentence. It's a lot of money.
He is the tail end, late 30s of his career, and it's been a brilliant career. And he could give Conor plenty to think about on the night. Let's see what happens.
So I thought the 15 million would have been against Garcia.
Yeah,
that would have made more sense to me.
So what's he getting for this?
4.
You think he gets 4 for this, and so it's a 2-fight deal?
Well, it must
or
be.
maybe a 3-fight deal.
I need to know.
Smudge, you know because you're on the inside. You do know. Everyone talks about it.
I don't know.
You do know about it, Smudge.
I know Eddie's upset about it all.
Yeah, I know that.
I know he is.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I sort of get that.
Sorry, but Smudge, let me ask you.
Yeah, go on. I know what you're going to say.
No, did this fight surprise you then? After all the chaos about him leaving Matchroom, and then he was obviously announced he's fighting Regis Prograis, did it even surprise you? He went, didn't see that coming.
The Regis Prograis fight, or the fact he was on the Fury card?
That he's fighting Regis Prograis next.
I think it's a good enough fight at short notice. I think it's a decent test for Conor. He's coming off the win at Tottenham. He needs to get back in a ring. He said when he left Eddie that he was ready to fight. And what are we? We're March the 3rd. It's April the 11th. It's not long. And I think he's a very good, experienced opponent at this stage who's going to give Conor rounds. Do I think he wins? No, but I think he'll give it a go. And I think Regis has nothing to lose. And you heard him on Saturday on talkSPORT with Gareth and Johnny, and I thought he spoke really well. And I'll tell you what, I'll try and play him at chess in the week because he's excellent. He's very good.
All right. I'm quite good at chess.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, come on then.
Well, I haven't got a chessboard.
No. We'll
all right, we'll get a chessboard. We'll do it like, I'm sure, what's his name? We'll want talk chess. Derek will lose that.
I'm ready for you.
When we come back, we've got lots of big fights to talk about. Moses Atoma in action. Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora, Tyson Fury, Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, to name but a few. So make sure you join me, Bentley, and the chess player, the Grandmaster, live at Drive.
Terrible result for you, really, and Anthony Gordon got booed.
Yeah, well, if you remember, I spoke to you last week on the way home from the game, and you told me that Anthony Gordon would get into any team in the Premier League. Yeah. And I disagreed with you, and I told you he's not as good as you all think he is, and he was terrible again today.
He's not the only one, though. Why all of a sudden is he being targeted?
Because of his lack of effort.
I don't see that side of his game. I mean, I watched the game today. You can't say he didn't try.
Did you see when the ball came at the box and he could have headed it in, but he'll not put himself in any position where he's going to get hurt. He doesn't put his body on the line when you're fighting for points and you're fighting for positions. The kid just hasn't got it.
Did you boo him?
No, I didn't boo him.
Okay. Did people around you boo him? Did anyone around you boo him?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah. There was loud boos all the way around us. But I tell you what it is, at full time whistle there was a lot of boos, and it's been a long time since there's been a lot of boos at full time. But what do you think about him playing Joe Linton on the wing?
Yeah, that was poor, starting on the left.
Voldemort in centre midfield and Anthony Gordon up front.
No, well then look, you're booing Anthony Gordon, and maybe you should be booing Eddie Howe.
Well, I'm an Eddie Howe guy anyway, so...
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You're all like Eddie Howe lovers, and I get it, because he's done a good job there, but come on, the way he's setting your team up, you're a shambles.
We're a joke at the minute. We're boring, and we're not fun to watch. We're a mid-table team at the minute, and it's not exciting. There's no flair there. Something's not right.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. I'm taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Listen, driver talkSPORT me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come, we'll find out who currently makes Bentley's England squad with 100 days to go till the World Cup starts. Just quickly, West Ham manager Nuno Espirito Santo has banned Adama Traore from lifting weights at the training ground because he already carries enough weight.
Do you know, that's...
He might put his back out like I did with the old...
Just mad is that when at Fulham, Felix Magath did the same thing. The first thing he did when he got to the club was ban everyone from going to the gym. He said English players are too big.
Yeah.
That's
what point. I mean, he's a bit of a giant, isn't he? Middlesbrough 1-3 went away at Birmingham last night. They move within 5 points of country at the top of the Championship. We're still joined, as you would imagine, and would have hoped, by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. Is that your official nickname, the voice of boxing?
I thought you called me Smudger.
No, well, I know, but like we call you the voice of boxing. Is that a thing? Are you known in boxing as the voice?
It is my YouTube channel, the voice.
Oh,
of
fine,
boxing,
okay.
But it's only because somebody mentioned why don't you call it that? So
I like
that's
it.
what we did.
Can I say, I'm just looking at what we're talking about. Right, I'm going to ask you a question because it's not on here to talk about. What's happening with Froch and Fury's dad?
Carl, do you want to see that?
Yeah, I'd see that.
You'd see that.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Well, Froch is
on the cobbles or in a ring?
Ring.
I don't really care.
He knocks him out. Froch, it's too hard.
What's happening with that? Is it gone?
I don't know. I mean, they want it on Misfits, don't they? I don't know. Will it happen? I doubt it. I mean, there have to be huge money and for Carl to get back in a ring
let me ask you
and
this.
for John Fury.
If Joe Calzaghe and Carl Froch were offered $8 million each to fight, would they do it?
I'm not sure Joe would. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure. 46-0, unbelievable career. Would he come back? It'd have to be enormous money. And I think Carl doesn't need it, really.
We all need it.
After. Well, I think Carl's done very well with his money, and he's fine, I think, in life. And Joe, I think, is enjoying his retirement.
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's a fight that we should have seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we hear more about in terms of when people talk about boxers and great boxers, Joe Calzaghe? Like, we know how great he is, but no one ever talks about him.
Yeah, great question.
So I knew Joe since he was a young teenager. He won 3 ABA titles at different weights and 46-0. I think the only fight was slightly controversial was the Robin Reed fight. But apart from that, he beat everybody. I think he was, or he is, we can celebrate him as the greatest British boxer since the war. I think I'm including Ken Buchanan in that, maybe even Lennox Lewis, John Conte. I think Calzaghe was unbelievable. And I think that the best I've ever seen is Mayweather, like live. But over here, I think it's Joe. I think he was phenomenal.
Is that a thought most?
I think a lot of people felt that Joe didn't somehow make the most of himself because he was in Newbridge a long time. He didn't go to America early. He could have taken America by storm. He did at the end of his career when he fought Hopkins and Jones, but they were a bit past their best. And I think that, yeah, look, he wasn't in the era. He beat Eubank, but he wasn't really in that Ben Collins, Eubank, Watson era, which if he had been and he'd beaten all of them, for example. So I think there's some people that say he didn't fight big enough legends, but you watch the Jeff Lacey fight back. Jeff Lacey came over. He was America's new Mike Tyson, and Calzaghe stood him on his head for 12 rounds. It was an unbelievable performance, the pinnacle, I think, for Joe. I thought Joe was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's crazy that because when we talk about people like Roy Jones, I know the heavyweight, him going up the weights, and Bernard Hopkins, it's almost like I feel like Joe, and he should be, he's not spoken about in that bracket, and he beat them both.
So Roy was ringside in Derby at the weekend, looking after Tony Curtis Jr., a young fighter, in his corner. Amazing to see a legend there, of course. But Roy, probably after Mayweather, maybe with De La Hoya as well, the greatest I've seen in a gym, Roy Jones. And I think at his peak, at his very peak, which was quite short, maybe top 3, 4, 5 of all time. Wow. If he'd retired after he won the world heavyweight title against John Ruiz and not come back down and lost to Tarver and then gone on to lose again and again, he would have been remembered there, I think, that high.
What does he do now, Calzaghe? I don't hear from him, do I?
Joe, I think he's living a nice life in Wales. He's got his kids. He's got young kids. He's got his older kids as well. Who I think one of them runs a gym. Or he's in a good place. He's very close to Darren Barker, who I work with.
Oh, right, okay, you know Darren.
Good mates. So yeah, Joe's great.
Yeah, okay. Listen, talk to great. Where should we go? Let's talk about Katie Taylor. She's confirmed that she's going to retire after a farewell fight in Dublin this summer.
Great.
She'll go down as one of the greatest boxers of all time, right?
Of all time, the pioneer of female boxing. I mean, it's a little disrespectful, I guess, to Jane Couch, who originally was phenomenal, but was a bit ahead of her time over here because there weren't really great matches. But Jane was, I guess, a trailblazer. But Katie, I mean, she started at 10. She was dressed up as a boy to perform in Ireland under the name just Kay Taylor because they didn't allow young women to box at that stage. What she's done, the greatest amateur of all time, unbelievable. 5 world, 6 Europeans, gold at in London. I went to the Tasha Jonas fight in London that she had when she won Olympic gold. She carried the flag in for Ireland. It was unreal. And as a professional, she's been just wonderful. But more than what she's done in a ring, and always brilliant, is how great she is outside the ring. She's just such a humble, lovely, down-to-earth woman. And she has inspired, Andy, so many young female fighters. I'm talking about, we had a long list at Sky when Katie turned over. We had Tasha and Savannah Marshall and Chantel Cameron and Terry Harper. You look at it now, the Lauren Prices, the Caroline Dubois, Michaela Mayer in the States. Yes, Clarissa Shields says she's the greatest woman of all time.
I wondered that.
And I think Clarissa and Katie are two that are going to go down as legends forever, as icons. But if you think of the humility of Katie Taylor and the fact that she is just a queen in Ireland, the Emerald Isle love her. Everywhere you go in Ireland, they talk about Katie Taylor, and I want her to finish. She says she's retiring this summer. I want her to finish at Croke Park. And if it's not at Croke Park, then do a festival or something in the middle of Cork in Ireland and have thousands there and turn it into, get some music acts and whatever, make a weekend of it, because Katie Taylor deserves to be celebrated for everything she stands for in sport, in professionalism, in dedication, and that word again, in humility.
Smart, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for coming in. What are you doing now? Rest of the day, where are you off to?
I'm going to go back home and watch the game, aren't I?
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Of course.
What about the rest of the week?
The rest of the week, tomorrow I'm in Glasgow, Nathaniel Collins press conference, Queensbury. Friday I'm in Leeds, a little show in Leeds, London Saturday. So, yeah, we're getting around up and down the country.
Okay, you put it all through expenses, yeah?
Andy, I'll charge. Shall I charge?
Nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with you?
Taxman.
Where's the chessboard?
We'll get it for next week's show.
Next Tuesday, let's play.
I will see you next Tuesday. We'll have it.
We'll see you.
I'll see you next Tuesday, all right? When we come back, just 100 days to go to the World Cup. Bentley has picked his, what is it, your provisional?
26.
What, from where we are now?
Yep.
Okay, so who goes if the season ended now?
Yep.
Okay. And, of course, on a busy night of Premier League football and, of course, a big game in the Championship, we'll have team news ahead of every single one of those games. Loads coming up between now and 7 p.m. Live on Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and the wonderful Darren Bent.
Simon, it'd be remiss of us not to mention this before we go today. Michael Carrick has earned 23 points in 9 Premier League games as Manchester United manager. Quite incredible. He's won 7 of them, drawn 2. It's a joint best start after 9 games by any manager in the competition's history, alongside Ange Postecoglou. Manchester United move up to 3rd in the process in the Premier League table for the first time since May 2023. It's one thing looking at that and thinking, yeah, brilliant. Is it too far to go to say Michael Carrick's now got to really be in the running for the permanent manager's job?
Well, yeah, I think he can be in the conversation. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. He should be in the conversation. He should be. They selected him to manage a team for 5 or 6 months. Then they can open their minds to whether he can manage a team in the bigger picture, because it might well be that they've been a beneficiary of some serious luck, that they might have found a manager that can take them forward. There's a big difference between managing them in the interim, picking up someone else's slop, and then being able to be responsible for it in the longer term and build out a bigger future. Now, if you look at the results he's got, and there's some great results in there, certainly the Manchester United win over Man City and Arsenal are very commendable results. You look at the other results and you say to yourself, well, you kind of expect a Man United side to be in these games, winning these games. I would expect Man United to beat Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. I would expect Manchester United to potentially take some points off Everton, who can't score goals in their own stadium. I would expect them to have done better slightly against West Ham, but West Ham were slightly resurgent. I'd expect them to beat Tottenham, who are tepid at this moment in time. So in all of that, you have to get some context, but there are great results in there. If you beat Arsenal and you beat Man City, my thought process was, yeah, United go and get turned over at Fulham, but they didn't.
He's one of, if not the greatest of all time. Diego Maradona led Argentina to glory in 1986, producing some incredible moments on the way. But his World Cup story wasn't all triumph and inspiration. A fresh-faced 21-year-old Maradona arrived at the 1982 World Cup as the next great hope for Argentina. But his tournament debut didn't go to plan. Argentina were knocked out early on, and Maradona was criticised for underperforming. His legend truly begins 4 years later, when, in the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, he created outrage and infamy with one flick of his wrist, the hand of God. He punched it into the net. Peter Shilton called him a cheat. Maradona described the referee Ali bin Nasser, who missed it, as his great eternal friend. Then just 4 minutes later, he picks up the ball in his own half and starts to dance around the England team. He goes past one, then another. Can we have that music off, please? Anyway, the run ends in glory for Maradona, and just days later, he was lifting the World Cup trophy, Argentina's second, and returning home a national hero. Hopes were high for Italia 90 when he'd captained the side again, but it was bizarre. Maradona was playing his club football in Italy at the time, winning titles for Napoli. And the Neapolitans were actually supporting Argentina over their own country when they faced off in the semi-final. Argentina won that game, but lost to West Germany in the final, and Maradona burst into tears. The 1994 World Cup would be his last. I mean, even his fashion had gone downhill. He was sent home after 2 games for failing a doping test due to something he'd ingested from an energy drink. But does a Red Bull make you look like this? Maradona would never pull on the blue and white stripes again. He did come back as manager, but was sacked after they were knocked out in 2010. The goal of the century is a permanent reminder that he may well have been the greatest of them all. Before it, his ascent, and after it, his dramatic descent, only highlights the mountain peak that was Maradona's 86.
Welcome back to our number 2 Drive and Talk Sport with me, Andy Goldstein. That's my name, don't wear it out. And Darren Bent.
I need to go back to dinosaurs, man. See what's happening.
You do, mate. You really do.
See what's happening.
Did you ever have that at school? That's my name, don't wear it out.
Yeah, of course.
And people say, what's your name?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Pardon?
I thought texts are coming in.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it or not? Still to come, we'll be hearing from Man United's record goal scorer, Wazza, Wayne Rooney. But now there's just over 100 days to go until the biggest World Cup ever.
the greatest and most prestigious football tournament in the world.
Lionel Messi pens the ultimate ecstatic chapter to complete his already extraordinary story.
It's coming back to a very different soccer landscape than back in 1994.
We've seen some inconceivable storylines. It's a red card! Zidane sent off! We've seen some inconceivable scorelines. Played inside the penalty area here. Oh! 7. That's the best of the lot. Brazil 0, Germany 7. Eric Dyer wins the shootout. England have won a shootout. And so to the next instalment of the story.
I'm proud of the players, what they did. We're proud of what we achieved together. It was 3 amazing camps.
Oh, what a goal! Harry Kane completes his hat-trick.
Scotland are going to the World Cup finals. Kenny McLean.
There's a World Cup to be won. Mbappe has a hat-trick. He has his place in history.
History for Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. It comes to Vinicius Junior. 1-0. Anyone could win it.
Maybe it's our year.
You never know. Yes, today marks 100 days until the World Cup gets underway across Canada, Mexico, and of course, the United States of America. It's the first ever to feature 48 teams, and the talkSPORT network will have live commentary of every single game. So we thought it'd be a good time to ask Darren Bent, who makes his 26-man England squad, as things currently stand. Before you do that, I'm going to ask you a question you've got to answer instantly, right?
Well, I'll be the judge of that. We're gone.
Well, we'll both be the judge if you do. What's the first World Cup moment that pops into your head?
What now? Bang. Sorry.
Oh,
no. But,
why is that so hard?
No, because you talk about just ever. The Brazil 4th one, 1970.
Is it really?
Yeah, the 4th one, yeah.
Okay. Is that Carlos Alberto?
Yeah. What's yours?
Probably, well, I thought about the question, but probably Jeff Hurst. Probably that
It's not that, though, is it? Tell the truth. It was either that Brazil one or Ronaldinho. They were the first that popped in my head.
Beckham's free kick against Colombia.
Honestly.
That one.
Would you know what?
You got your 26 man. This is if the Premier League ended now and you were picking the England squad.
Yeah, this is it now, right? So, first of all, I want to give a couple of shout outs.
Why? We're not Magic FM.
Nah, because I think I'm looking at James Garner. I think he's been brilliant for Everton, really good. And I just don't think there's enough time, but I think he's been outstanding.
With that, when you say not enough time, could he make it?
I think it's been incredibly difficult just because it's an overload. Okay. And Keenan Drewsbury Hall, he for Everton has been outstanding. But again, he plays in that position, that 10 role, where we've got too many.
I'm very excited. Leave him last to see your strikers.
Okay, right. So my squad, my 2 goalkeepers are Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson. I think they both are nailed on to go. Right? So, and if you looked at Nick Pope recently, no.
Okay.
Even though I think Ramsdale, I think Aaron Ramsdale's better, but it's my opinion.
Right.
Shout out Rambo. Back foot.
Hold on, you only take 2 goalkeepers?
Yeah. Do you need more than that?
Yeah, legally you have to take 3.
Legally?
Yeah. It's part of the rules.
Well, I'm going to go Ramsdale.
Right, okay.
I'm
a little bit worried now that you've picked your 26-man squad and all of a sudden you've just found out you've got to take 3 goalkeepers. Yeah. Right? Ramsdale, because your mate.
So that's Ramsdale, right?
Your mate.
So that,
Rambo.
Right, here we go.
Sorry.
But that's...
Why you got a highlighter pen?
Because these are I've got highlight the ones that are definite, and the others are more work to do.
Right, okay.
You like that?
Very complex, this, isn't it?
Not really.
Okay, go on.
So I've got a question. So I've got question mark next to Ramsdale and question mark next to Nick Pope, right? As that 3rd string goalkeeper.
This is your 26-man squad.
Yes, but listen.
So nail down the 3.
Me and Joe did this. You just side piece, all right? So you just stay over there. I'm about to ring the squad.
I'll just read it out what we do now. Bentley names his 26-man squad.
Thank you. Right,
who are your 3 goalkeepers?
Right back.
No, genuinely, you've got to pick your 6.
Okay, but it's 26-man squad, right? But some of them are not nailed on. So I can have options, can't I? Thank you, Joe. Honestly, we was sitting.
So it's not 26.
Anyway, right back, Reece James. Right.
All right.
He's definite, nailed on.
Okay.
I've only got one right back because my nailed on centre halves are Konza, Mark Gahey, John Stones. Konza can play right back and has played right back for England, so he can go out there. I've also got in the squad Maguire, but I put a question mark next to Maguire because I'm not going to sure. Left backs, I've taken 2. I've got Nico Riley and I've got Lewis Hall in it, but Nico Riley I think is nailed on because he can play a number of positions. Lewis Hall's got a question mark next to him, but I'd take Lewis Hall.
What about Luke Shaw?
Well, no, because he's not on my list.
No, I know he's not. That's why I went, what about Luke Shaw?
No, because I think the other 2 have performed better all season.
Do you? Who you 2 left backs?
Nico Riley.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And Lewis Hall.
I mean, Luke Shaw's... I wouldn't say Lewis Hall's much better than Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw turned up 6 weeks ago.
Why are you getting so personal about it?
Because you're trying to poo-poo Lewis Hall.
Well, firstly, this isn't 26. It's like 8 plus 4 plus...
No, it's 26.
Well, sorry, no Trent.
No. I don't think he's going to take him.
All right, okay.
My 3...
Right, hold on. You don't think he's going to take him, or you're not taking him?
I don't think Thomas is going to take him, but I wouldn't take him either now.
I don't really know what squad this is now.
I like him, but I just feel Reece James is the best.
Okay.
And I think Konza has been very good for England when he's played at right back.
All right.
3 holders who I would take are Anderson, Walton, and Mainu, right?
Yeah. Can't argue with any of them.
Elliot Anderson is nailed on, so I've highlighted him. I feel like Adam Walton and Mainu have got work to do.
Right.
But I would still take them. The number 8 type role, Declan Rice, nailed on. I've got Jordan Henderson, and I've got...
Sorry, hold on. Are you joking?
No. I'm not finished yet.
Why you got Jordan Henderson?
Because I like him. I think you need experience in the squad.
Oh, come on. No. Hold on. Let's not move over this bit. What's he done?
Yeah, but he's been in everything in the squad, so I would take him.
Would you want a certificate?
No, because he can play.
D, come on. That is absolutely pathetic.
I'm taking Jordan Henderson, right?
Oh my goodness.
And I've got as an 8.
All right, go on. What other mates you taking?
I've got Bellingham, who's nailed on, right, as an 8. But then obviously he can play 10, right? But I think he's nailed on regardless, right? The 10 role. Now this is where. So I've got Palmer, Rodgers, Foden. The only one I think out of all of them that's definitely going is Rodgers. Palmer is a big question mark. Okay. Foden is a big question mark.
All right.
Right of the 3 up top. I've got Saka, Madueke, Bowen. I think Saka's a definite.
Yeah.
Madueke, Bowen got question marks next to them.
Who would you take?
Saka, Madueke.
All right.
Left side, I've got Anthony Gordon and Rashford. Both of them are going.
All right.
And the reason they're both going is because Gordon can play centre forward and Rashford can play centre forward.
Okay.
Centre forward, Carrick Kane's going. I've got Tony here, but that's up for debate. I'll take Tony.
Okay. How many players are you taking at the moment?
26 is on there. Count them. 26.
No, count them again. There isn't.
1, 2.
No,
3.
Call the names out. I'll count them.
Ramsdale.
No, I'll count them after like groups of them.
No, Ramsdale. 1.
Tell me keepers.
3 keepers.
Right.
Reece James.
4.
Konza Stones.
6.
Gahey Maguire.
8.
Nico Riley, Lewis Hall.
10.
And Anderson, Walton, Mainu.
13.
Rice, Palmer, Henderson.
16.
Bellingham, Rodgers, Foden.
19.
Saka, Madueke.
21. 22.
Kane.
23.
Tony.
24.
Gordon and Rashford.
Right, but you told me you're not taking Bowen.
No, but he's on the list. He's got more to do. These are the 3. You said, who am I taking? This would be my squad.
This would be your squad.
But,
so in your squad, you're only taking 1 right back?
Yes, because Konza can play out there.
Right. Who did you drop to get in another goalkeeper?
Oh, I mean, I took Luke Shaw out.
All right, okay.
Dan Burn, took him out.
Can't believe Jordan Henderson's playing.
Yeah, but no Watkins, no Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Okay, who are your 3 strikers? Kane?
Well, I've only got Kane and Tony as my 2.
Okay, and your midfielders that you're taking in the 10 role?
I've got Bellingham, Rodgers, Foden.
So you're taking the 3?
Yeah, I'm taking all 3, yeah.
So you're not taking Palmer?
Palmer's there. I've got him as an 8. He's there.
Oh, right,
okay. On the right.
All right.
But this is my squad. It's hard.
Okay. If you want to agree or disagree with Bentley, you can. 03717 223344. Honestly, the fact you're taking Jordan Henderson, I don't want to pick on Jordan Henderson, is you're talking about players that maybe don't deserve to go, like Luke Shaw or Jarrod Bowen, and Jordan Henderson goes.
Bowen is going. He's in my squad.
Yeah, no, but you've got lots to do. Luke Shaw's not going. Lots to do.
Yeah, Luke Shaw, no, because you've been good for 6 weeks.
What's Jordan Henderson done over the season?
Look where Brentford are.
And it's all down to him, is it?
He's a big part of it.
03717 223344. We'll take your calls in just a moment. The Lionesses, they're currently in World Cup qualifying action. They're taking on Ukraine in Turkey. Angelina Kelly is watching for talkSPORT.
It's Ukraine 0, England 0. So far, the Lionesses have seen most of the ball, with Ukraine sitting very deep. Alessia Russo has already had 2 chances. First one thanks to a ball from her Arsenal teammate Taylor Hines inside the box. She struck it towards the far corner, but the Ukraine goalkeeper dealt with it easily. The second came from a great pinpoint cross from Georgia Stanway straight to Russo inside the 6-yard box, but she headed it over the crossbar. Probably could have done better with it. Ukraine, unfortunately, have already had to make a change as Nikola Kozlova was stretchered off with what looked like a knee injury and is replaced by Lydia Zabravets. It's Ukraine 0, Arsenal 0.
Good work, thank you for that. As soon as anything happens, we will let you know. I'm just looking at your squad. You've left a glaring name off it. All right?
Have I?
Yeah, a glaring name. Right. I will reveal the name, who I think you'll kick yourself when we come back. 0371722.
Yeah, someone's put here, Anderson has a better season and he's been a better player than that fraud Manu.
Well, he hasn't.
Well, 6 weeks your man's been good for.
Mate.
Where's he been? Where was he for the first 3 months of the season?
I get he's your mate. I get it.
Okay, where was Manu at the start of the season?
It wasn't his fault.
Oh, it's never his fault.
Well, he wasn't picked.
Player doesn't play because he's not playing well enough. Not his fault.
Oh, all of a sudden starts to play, Man United go third. Wonder why. 03717223344. You can speak to Darren Bent about his 26-man squad after this.
Let's go to Danny. He's a Spurs fan. Dan?
All right, Danny boy.
Evening, lads. How are you?
I'm all right, Dan. I'm all right. Look, it has turned into an absolute mess at this football club. I don't know what the answer is anymore.
You know what it is, Jamie, and I'm amazed. Enix seemed to get a get out of jail free card. Not enough people talked about. They've been at our club for 25 years. 25 years. Yes, they buy a couple of decent players, but we all know they're not paying the wages. But it is time to get rid. And I've been at the club. I'm not a season ticket holder, but I do go every now and again. And it is so quiet. It's tame. No wonder away teams come there and give us a pasting from time to time. But you know, it's like a perfect storm. You've got our captain Romero. Wants out of the club. I look at Mickey van der Ven. He wants out. Yeah. And then what we have done is brought goodish young players coming through the club, and they need the older pros to develop them, keep them under their wing, and sort of progress. But it's like the Titanic there at the minute.
Yeah, but listen, Dan, I get...
Rats sink clear in the Titanic.
I hear what you're saying, right? I hear you, but that conversation needs to be had at the end of the season. Do you know? Like that, you're not going to sell the club now, right? Do you know what I mean? They're not leaving now.
John with talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Still to come here what Wazza has made of Michael Carrick start at Man United. Just quickly, Man United reportedly want Newcastle captain Bruno Guimaraes to replace midfielder Casemiro this summer.
It's been unbelievable, Bruno.
I'll happily take that swap. Spurs players are facing wage cuts of up to 50% if they're relegated this season.
It's like normal then. It's like normal relegation clauses.
Right, we're 100 days away from the 2026 World Cup. Ahead of the tournament this summer, comedian Matt Ford has been speaking to some footballing greats on how to win the World Cup. The podcast, his former USA goalkeeper, our mate Brad Friedel, on whether or not the current England #1 Jordan Pickford is already an England great.
I think if he goes and wins a World Cup, I think England have a team that can win a World Cup, then he'll be considered as a true England great. I think he is a Premier League great for sure, but then being an international great is something different. With the quality that England has in their side and the quality that England has had in many sides over the past years, they need to go and win. If he does, then he'll for sure be considered an England great.
And to listen to that episode and lots more, check out How to Win the World Cup wherever you get your podcast from. If you download 21 Minutes to Go.
Bro, this is about you, man.
I'm just saying you can download it from there.
No,
People listen, we go, where can I get it from?
It's about, you're right, shameless, Jack.
I'm just helping people.
I don't want that.
I only listen to yours, Goldstein, but I like that. Where do I go? You go where you got mine.
Well, no.
There you go.
How to Win the World Cup is the one.
Okay, or 21 minutes ago, it's up to you.
Outspoken's probably one of them.
Very good. Right, we take your calls on currently who's on the plane.
Also, Eze is the one I left behind. Eze.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. Eze.
That's me, that.
Carl's, do you want to change it? Would you just put him in?
No, because there's no one I can leave out.
Oh, okay. Carl's a Liverpool fan. Hello, Carl.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good, man. What do you make of Bent's 26-man squad?
Well, I think he's trying to take over Tom Ford's job as a total comedian, because some of the people he's put in there should never be on the plane to America.
Go on, tell me who. And firstly, I think you mean Matt Ford, not Tom Ford. Tom Ford makes like glasses and clothes.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, there,
it's a good start. That carry on. It's a good start. That
one Ford's as good as another.
What about Henry Ford?
Harrison Ford.
What about Ford Fiesta? Go on then, Carl. What you got for us?
I think Benty needs to focus a bit more.
Yeah.
Right, I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait for this.
Go on, Henry. What you got for us?
So as a Liverpool fan, we shouldn't be taking Jordan Henderson. If you're going to pick somebody to play in midfield who's played quite well in all the games that I've watched him this season, I think Curtis Jones deserves to go over somebody like Jordan Henderson.
You having a laugh?
I don't think Maynard.
You having a laugh?
No,
Listen, I worked a couple of weeks ago with one of your greatest players, and he said he hasn't been good enough this season, and that's coming from one of your own.
Who's that?
Jamie Carragher said Curtis Jones hasn't been good enough this season, and that's one of your own.
Well, everybody has an opinion. That's why we're on the radio.
Yeah, but listen, what I'm saying is I take probably Carragher's probably over yours slightly.
No, we value all the same.
But carry on.
No, we don't.
Carry on, please.
I don't subscribe to that, Carl. Carry on.
Next one, please.
Right, so Rashford. I wouldn't take Rashford.
Go on, go on, Andy.
We don't care about your opinion on the show.
How can you not take Rashford?
Why not?
Because I just don't think he's been good enough.
Watch a lot of La Liga Plus, yeah? Watch a lot of La Liga.
So, again, Spanish football's a bit overrated, really, isn't it?
When did you last watch Rashford?
A bit like French football.
When did you last watch Rashford in a Barcelona shirt?
2 or 3 weeks ago when it was on TV.
What game?
I could actually be bothered watch. I can't remember, but
if it's in a court of law, you'd be thrown out now. You started with Harrison Ford, and you went downhill from there.
It's just funny, your face, because one thing I will say is, right, you have defended Rashford more than any public person on the planet.
Done.
And the moment he said that, your face went, huh?
Not only that. If you start a call with, I'm listening to Harrison Ford's podcast. Right, let's go to Craig. Very funny. Craig's a Man United fan. Hello, Craig.
Hi, guys. You okay?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, having a chuckle. I didn't think it'd get much funnier, but listening to Liverpool, it gets even better, doesn't it?
You better be good, Craig. You better be good. Go on, off you go.
Well, yeah, so I'm not siding with you, Andy, being a fellow Red, but I have to agree. I think Jordan Henderson, Darren said he's taken Jordan Henderson because he's been in every other England squad previous. That is the wrong mentality, and that has not won us anything for the last 20 years. That's the whole
20 years? It's longer than that.
66, I think. Or
well,
60.
Yeah. Didn't want to show me age there, but I think if you're going to take Henderson, you've got to seriously look at Gibbs White. I think he's been okay for Forest. He's been a lot better than Jordan Henderson. Luke Shaw's got to go for me. I think he's been very good this season, better than most.
But he's not been better than Lewis Hall all season. He's not been better than Nico Riley.
I'll give you that.
So then, why am I taking him for?
Why are you taking Jordan Henderson?
Because he'll play minutes. There's going to be games where we need to kind of see it out, and we've seen him do that before. So I'm taking Henderson as that type of role over someone like a Luke Shaw. It's probably,
I'll take a Gibbs. Yeah, I get you. I hear it, but I would take Rashford. I agree with you on that. I think he deserves a spot. I've watched Barcelona. My little boy watches every game there is on TV, and I think Rashford deserves a place. He's got that magic. He's got the spark. He can come up with something. So I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. But Jordan Henderson, not on mine. I did compare it to a Mike Bassett. It felt like, Darren, you had 5 minutes to come up with it, and you wrote it on the back of the packet.
I did a bit of homework on this.
Well, I'll go and do a bit more. It's a good job you're not doing your exams, because I think you'd fail.
Very good, very good. By the way, the fella, Harrison Ford, that phoned up, Rashford, 24 goals and assists in all comps this season.
He's not taking him.
You got to take him. That's good. I like that. That's very funny. Made me laugh. Still to come on here from Wayne Rooney, what he made of Michael Carrick start at Man United. First, it's time for no Googling. 100 days to the start of the World Cup. Only 3 countries have ever won 100% of their games at World Cup tournament. Uruguay did it at the first ever World Cup in 1930.
Well, they won all their games?
Yeah.
I know that is.
Only 3 countries have ever won 100% of their games.
What's must be in there? My lot must be in there.
Brazil, well, but bizarrely, the answers aren't on my screen, so I can't give you any clues. But the answer, I don't know the answers to that. I know that England went out of a World Cup, I think in 82, and we didn't lose a game because it was like round robin madness, something like that. But we didn't necessarily win them all. Oh, hold on. Brazil is one. Who's the other one? All right, who's the other one? Brazil is one. Who's the other one? The answer to that great question and more coming up live on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and Harrison Ford.
Cole Palmer would need an extra lung to cope with the relentless schedule. So we're back to this non-stop conveyor belt of games that players seem to be on all the time. Until moving to Chelsea in the summer of 2023, Cole Palmer had not played more than 1,000 minutes of senior football in one season. Right. He played 3,750 minutes for Chelsea in his first campaign, 4,180 minutes
40 games.
in his last campaign. Last season.
So?
No, but Maheta goes on. And this wasn't a conversation that happened in the toilet. This is me quoting him from elsewhere.
You followed him around, did you?
I did. When I look at someone like Cole Palmer, if he goes to the World Cup, well, he probably will, won't he?
Yeah.
He could go 3 consecutive summers without a break.
Oh, dear.
People will say he's a millionaire. Yes, he is. But it doesn't give you an extra lung or leg. I want to see Cole Palmer on the pitch because he's the one that makes me dream. So he's back banging the drum again about potential burnout. But do your complaints, Simon, become less effective the more you beat the same drum?
Well, your complaints are useless unless you can provide a solution to the ever-decreasing circle of the requirements of finances to meet the expectations of his own members that don't actually pay anything to be in his union, or pay such a small amount that it's equivalent to an ice cream. that there is no circle to square here. I don't care about their opinion. I care about their suggestion of what the solution looks like.
It's one of the most infamous moments in World Cup history. Zidane's headbutt on Marco Materazzi in the 2006 final sent shockwaves through the footballing world. It wasn't a particularly ill-tempered final. Argentinian ref Horacio Elizondo had only shown 3 yellow cards until this point in extra time. Zidane and Materazzi had been the main protagonists of the match so far. Materazzi committed the foul for the penalty, which Zidane scored after 7 minutes. Then 12 minutes later, Materazzi equalised from a corner. Materazzi said in the 2020 interview he was asked at half-time to man-mark Zidane. So they'd been literally rubbing each other up the wrong way for more than an hour before the tension boiled over in extra time. Some reports suggested Materazzi had insulted Zidane's mother, but he successfully refuted that in a libel case 2 years later. According to the Italian, Zidane started it with a little insult, saying, "I'll give you my shirt later." Then he responded by saying, "I'd rather have your sister than your shirt." And Zidane switched. In 2022, he said, "I'm not at all proud of what I did, but it's part of my past." But would he apologise? To his teammates and fans, yes. But to Materazzi? I'd rather die.
Non, je ne regrette rien.
Star Wars. Yeah, love it, Star Wars.
Harrison Ford?
He was in Star Wars, wasn't he? He played Chewbacca. Before the break, I asked the question, only 3 countries have ever won 100% of their games at a World Cup tournament. Uruguay did it, first ever won in 1930. Can you name the other 2? You said Brazil. They've done it twice, Brazil.
Right, so I thought this. So I'm going to say Brazil in 70 and Brazil in 2002.
Bang on the money.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Germany?
Only had to win 4 out of 4 to win the World Cup.
This is back in the day then.
1938, Italy did it.
Okay, nice. The Brazil, I always go back to 2002 because that's my favourite World Cup. And it's probably one of the easiest World Cups I've seen a team win.
Who would win, the 02 team or the 70 team?
Oh my goodness, what a game that'd be. Do you know, I know they didn't win it, but I think there's a chance that the 82 team, man, that team was wow.
Yeah, that was Zico, Socrates,
yeah,
Junior,
boys. Yeah.
Edar. Yeah.
How did they not win it? Paulo Rossi scored the hat-trick.
Who's the goalkeeper for that Brazil team? His name rings a bell when I hear it. Anyone in there? 1982 goalkeeper? Not Felix, he was 1970 goalkeeper.
Was Tostão 70?
Right. What?
Tostão was 70.
Tostão was 70, yeah.
I mean, they've had some players, haven't they? Rivellino was...
Rivellino.
He was 82, wasn't he?
No, Rivellino was 70s.
Was he?
Yeah, Rivellino was 70s, wasn't he?
I think so. Oh, Zico and Rivellino. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
That 2002 team, though, freak of nature, man.
Yeah. Lionesses, they're currently taking on Ukraine in their World Cup qualifying Turkey. Angelina Kelly can tell us more.
It's Ukraine 0, England 0. It's been all England so far, with the Lionesses having over 85% possession, but have been unable to make it count. Laura Blinkilde-Brown almost got a first England goal, but was denied by the crossbar moments ago. Lotte Vuva-Moy attempted a back heel in the 6-yard box, but Ukraine's Marina Shenuik was there on the goal line to keep the ball out. They'll be happy with their defending overall so far in this first half. It's Ukraine 0, England 0.
Good work as always. Thank you for that. Now, Soccer Aid for UNICEF celebrates its 20th anniversary this summer. And, of course, he's back on talkSPORT. Join us at the London Stadium on Sunday, the 31st of May, as an England 11 take on a Soccer Aid World 11 in the world's biggest charity football match that has already raised £121 million for UNICEF since 2006. That is mad. The headline team news sees co-founder Robbie Williams, our mate, return to the dugout as England manager with a star-studded squad to choose from, including Wayne Rooney, Wazza, Jill Scott, Jermaine Defoe, Joe Hart, Steph Houghton and Tony Duggan. Plus returning celebs Tom Hiddleston, last year's player of the match, Angry Ginge, and goalie Paddy McGuinness, who will be sharing the gloves this year with debutant Joe Marler. They'll be facing the World 11 managed by our mate Usain Bolt, who returns to the scene of his London 2012 heroics. He'll be able to call upon the likes of Jordi Alba, Leonardo Bonucci, our mate, lots of our mates, and Edwin van der Sar. Oh, it's going to be great. talkSPORT Drive will also, as you would imagine, be live from training week, as Bent and I will be put through our paces ahead of the live commentary from the London Stadium on Sunday the 31st of May. Tickets for the game are now on sale via socceraid.org.uk/tickets. Adult tickets, £20, juniors from 10. Right, let's hear from Man United record goal scorer Wayne Rooney, who's been speaking to talkSPORT's Anil Candola at Soccer Aid's launch, and he was asked if Thomas Tuchel is the man to get England over the line at the World Cup this summer.
I think firstly Gareth done a great job in his time there and what he done. But now I think England's in a good place squad-wise, a lot of players to choose from. And then adding Thomas Tuchel to that and his coaching staff, I think he's a serial winner. He's won many trophies, top trophies throughout his career. So you hope he can bring that experience to England and take us that one step further.
Yeah, and just a bit of Man United chat, of course, we have to. What is it about Mark Carrick? Of course, you know him more than most people out there. What is it? Is it his calm in nature? Is his knowledge of the game? A bit of everything? What is it that has made him such a big and quick impact at Old Trafford?
Just simplicity, I think. And, you know, we get told how great all these young foreign coaches are. And I've worked with some of them, and a lot of it is very complicating. I know the game very well, and sometimes you can overcomplicate the game. I think what Michael's done is gone in and simplified what Man United were doing. He's simplified that and give players a clear message of what the role is. And I'm sure there's been a demand of you have to run, you have to work, you have to tackle. It sounds simple, but the basics of football. And that's what he's done. The players have certainly took to that and had a great start.
Good work, Anil, for getting that interview.
He wanted me to intro that, but he wanted me to say that the future of talkSPORT. That's what I wanted to say.
What do you mean? Oh, Anil being the future?
Yeah, honestly. That's what you're trying to say.
He's got to be connected to us first, hasn't he? Right, time now for this.
Clutching at scores on Drive.
Yes, of course, this is the feature Clutching at Scores. Every week on Drive, Bent and I have been picking 3 games from that week's fixtures to predict the score. If we predict the result of the game, we'll get a point. If we get the score bang on, we get 3. Throughout the season, we'll be tallying up our scores until, of course, we have a trophy and a winner. Current score. Now, last time out was a low scoring week. I picked up a point. Benny picked up 2. Well, that means it's 17 me, 19 you. Mm-hmm. So it's very close. We need to get petty cash, Joe. Get some money out of petty cash to get a trophy for this. This needs to go big.
You are so funny, because the first couple of weeks we had no points.
I'm getting smashed, and now I'm close. I'm like, there's another trophy for the Goldstein mantelpiece. Right, time to...
Added to the what?
What?
What have you won?
You mean what? Why are you rude like that?
No,
what have you won? Nuts?
No,
Nuts magazine player of the tournament?
We had 2 darts. We've had 2 darts drive time. And
I've won stuff, man. Don't worry about that.
Me and Joe have won one each. Oh, we both got to the final twice.
Right.
Oh, Gabby.
Oh, well done.
Gabby the darts. Oh, no.
I went Natalie saw her darts.
Hey, people don't remember that.
I've got stuff on my mantelpiece, my friend.
Okay, nice.
All right.
Congratulations.
You're so rude, aren't you?
Honestly.
Barking and District pool champion, I love you, know?
Well, I know you can play pool, but I've seen you get beat by Ryan and Max.
No, the game never finished. Right. Let's pick out 3 games, shall we?
Yep.
We'll do it like we always do. We'd alternate picks and scores. You can go first.
So my first game, I've gone for Wolves versus Liverpool.
That's tonight.
Yes, that's just my first game. Yeah, Wolves versus Liverpool.
Calm down. My first game's tomorrow.
Okay, lovely. Listen, Wolves, brilliant result against Villa. I didn't see that coming. And under Rob Edwards, I think they have looked better. At least now they haven't got to worry about that dreaded record of having the lowest points in Premier League history. That's done. But I feel like Liverpool win this. So I've gone 2-0 Liverpool.
Right, just changing something. You're 2-0 Liverpool.
Yep.
Right. My first game is Brighton Arsenal tomorrow.
Okay, nice.
You struggle against weaker sides, especially away from home.
I need you to give me...
Not the Forest Wolves.
So do you base it off 2 games? We played 29, you base it off them 2.
Okay, I'll start again. Recently...
Okay, thank you. Honestly, your hatred towards Arsenal is annoying.
It's not Arsenal, it's you. It's nothing to do... If you supported Brighton or Chelsea or Middlesbrough, it'll be exactly the same, Bentley. Nothing to do with Arsenal. It's you. I can't have a whole season with you just looking at me going, oh, we won the Premier League and you didn't.
I'll give you just a few results against the so-called smaller...
Recently? No, I don't need...
5-0 Leeds,
Right.
3-0 Forest.
I don't need any backup from you. This is my...
All right.
I hope I'm right here. I've gone for Brighton 1, Arsenal 1.
Okay.
All right, I think you drop points.
No worries.
You seem to bottle it away from home recently. Okay. So I've gone for Brighton 1, Brighton home having 1.
Recently?
Arsenal 1.
Where were we last weekend? Just a matter of...
Spurs?
Yeah, is that away or home?
Well, I don't class recently as 1.
So what,
2 of the last 3. How about that?
You are.
If that form continues, you lose the league.
I've gone for Newcastle versus United.
I've gone for that as well.
Newcastle have had a...
Here you go. You're going to do exactly what I've done.
No, not a great season at all by their standards. And United are on the up with Michael Carrick, who's done a wonderful job. Got to give him credit. But I think it's going to be 2-2.
I get a draw.
Yeah.
You don't think United will win the game?
No, I think it'll be 2-2.
Why?
I think St James's Park hostile. They need... Newcastle can't be this bad for that much longer.
Why not?
I think they're better than that.
Okay.
So
I hope you're right, because that means you'll go another week without getting a haircut.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2.
All right, I've got Newcastle Man United. I've gone for Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 2. I think we'll get another win.
Why? What are you basing it off?
A, your attitude.
No, I don't know about my attitude. I'm trying to know what you're basing it off.
Well, we're unstoppable at the moment. We haven't been stopped. Okay. And so I think that theme will continue. I think
Whenever I predict the score for Arsenal, you always say to me, arrogant. And you're the... If anyone can see your face...
Well, I've got history to back it up. Carrick's unbeaten. Your manager's not unbeaten.
He's been brilliant, but he's been the best.
Our manager beat your manager.
He did, yeah. But one manager sits top of the table.
Yes, he does. But hopefully not for much longer.
I know, you're praying. But no, yeah, I think 2-2. But you think 2-1, fair enough.
Okay.
My last game, I've gone Spurs Palace.
I've done Spurs Palace.
Yeah.
I bet you've both gone the same.
2-1 Palace.
Oh, I've gone 3-1 Palace.
Oh, see, no, because generally they don't score that many, but I could just see 2-1 Palace. And if that result happens, the only kind of saving grace, I think, this week fixtures for Spurs are that Forest have got Man City at City.
Well, the other game, West Ham got Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham are flying at the minute, though.
I know, but West Ham, they've got it in them. They were unlucky not to score a couple more against Liverpool.
Potentially, it's a London derby as well, but I've gone Palace 2-1.
Okay, so just to go through them, I've gone Brighton Arsenal 1-1, Newcastle against Manchester United 1-2, and Spurs Palace 1-3.
I've gone Wolves versus Liverpool 2-0 Liverpool. Newcastle versus United, I've gone 2-2 Desmond, and I've gone Spurs versus Palace 2-1 Palace.
Okay, good work. That was this week's Clutching at Scores. When we come back, the best bits of talkSPORT in an item we've cleverly called the best of talkSPORT.
Because I think out there this morning, many people listening on talkSPORT and watching live on YouTube would probably agree with Slot. This is what he said about Premier League games and maybe how they're no longer a joy to watch anymore.
If I watch other leagues, I don't think there's so much emphasis on set pieces. One of the reasons is, and that's sometimes funny for me to do, if I watch a Eredivisie game, which I still do, I see goals being disallowed or falls on goalkeepers being given. And I'm like, wow, that's a big difference. Here you can almost hit a goalkeeper in his face and the referee still says, just go on. Do I like it? My football heart doesn't like it. I already said once in this press conference, if you ask me, then thinking about football, I think about 10, 15 years ago about the Barcelona team. Every Sunday evening you were hoping that they would play. And now most of the games I see in the Premier League are not, for me, a joy to watch. But it's always interesting because it's so competitive. And that is what makes this league great, because there's so much competitiveness. Everyone can win from everyone. But just as someone who loves to watch football without being interested in who's winning or losing it, just to be enjoyed, I think there's a big difference now between 3 or 4 years ago in the Premier League.
So you're saying if I watch other leagues, I don't think there's so much emphasis on set pieces. This has become a bit of a bore fest, the Premier League.
Not true, though, is
it should be noted Liverpool scored from 3 corners in their 5-2 win over West Ham at Anfield on Saturday. Yeah. What's he on about?
Party have won the Denton and Gorton by-election. Labour in 3rd place.
Breaking news that Peter Mandelson has now been arrested. So Mandy and Andy have now both had their collars felt.
What would Andrew Loney tell them to do?
To come clean, be honest. And if Charles is complicit in this cover-up, which I believe he is, then I think he has to fall on his sword.
When you define sex, what your gender or sex, what you mean is biological sex, and that's a man or woman, what you are physically, not what you think you are on a Wednesday afternoon.
Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein, Harrison Ford alongside. Still to come, we'll have team news ahead of tonight's huge games in the Premier League and, of course, in the Championship. Just quickly, West Ham manager Nuno Espirito Santo has banned Adama Traore from lifting weights at the training ground because he already carries enough weight. Inter Milan and Juve are both reportedly interested in Alisson, Liverpool's goalkeeper. And how about this? How does a VIP private suite for you and 11 mates for the day at the cricket sound this summer? Well, thanks to Pitch Experiences, we're sending you to their super box at the Oval for England against Sri Lanka, the ODI in total luxury. We are talking fine dining, your own personal mixologist, private balcony, and a Q&A with a cricket legend or legends while you watch the action. It's the ultimate summer day out. For your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus standard network rate. Or you can call 03434187260. Lines close on Friday at 4 p.m. 18 plus UK residents only. It's talkSPORT promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. Down win, not you. Another win. Stay. Win. Good boy. Was that Win or was that Keown? Keown? Oh, it's Keown. Keown, stay there. He's got an attitude.
I can't wait till he claps back at you. I'll tell you
Who?
that. Keown.
We've got another dog. Don't say Keown because he'll hear it and he'll start
having a giggle. See, I can't wait till he claps back because he's going to.
What?
Have a go back.
Mate, I'm always here.
Would you do a show like for an hour if he
I'd
came
love to do that, yeah.
Joe, that has got to happen, that.
Well, of course. I saw Jim White in the lobby about 3 days ago, and he went, "Oh, it'd be great to get you and Martin in the same studio." And I went, "My studio, though, Jim, not yours." All right. And he went, "Oh, okay, yeah." I thought it'd be on our show. We'll do it on our show.
No, you've got to. You have to.
I'd happily do that. He wouldn't do it though.
Yeah, 100% he would.
He would not do it. It'd be too.
I bet he would.
I bet you he wouldn't do it.
I'll message him and ask him.
Okay, well, fine. Well, I'm always here for him. It's half time. The Lionesses World Cup qualifier with Ukraine. Angelina Kelly can tell us more. Angelina?
Half-time, Ukraine 0, England 0. A frustrating first half for England with 15 shots in total, but no goals. Lauren Hempers looked lively down the left-hand channel. Alessia Russo came close twice. Laura Blinkilde-Brown was denied by the underside of the crossbar, and Lotte Wouvermoy had a great little back heel, but Ukraine were able to deal with it. There have been 1 or 2 calls for handball and a penalty from England, but referee Katerina Campos was having none of it, and there is no VAR in this game. Ukraine, meanwhile, have barely been out of their own half. 0 touches inside the opposition box. England goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, you almost forgot she was on the pitch. She's not had barely anything to do, but Ukraine will be happy with their defending so far as they've been able to deny the Lionesses a goal. Half-time, Ukraine 0, England 0.
Good work as always. Right, time now for this. Yeah, time for the best of talkSPORT, where we run you through some of the recent highlights from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off with this morning's White and Jordan show. Here's talkSPORT style icons Jim White and Simon Jordan discussing fashion.
Making you look like you've got a neck.
Yes.
And also a little bit of a fashion statement, which obviously you've been seeing, looking left at you of me and saying, aha, I know. I like the white sneakers you used to wear, so I'll buy some of those. I like this. I'll wear the same waistcoat as you. I like these mock necks, so I'll have some of those.
Well, when it comes to underwear, though, I go a bit upmarket compared to you. But that's
yellow
just
stained
fine.
ones.
That's enough. We didn't need to go there.
Describe both Jim and Simon's sense of style in 3 words or less.
Sharp.
That's 1.
Very, very sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they are 3 words. Yeah. How do you feel about people that don't change their underwear every day?
Disgusting. It's awful.
What about people that don't wear any, like Cundy?
I don't mind people not wearing them, but you have to change them daily.
What about socks? I mean, the same socks twice on the bounce?
You can do.
Can you? That's fine. Is that okay?
That's all right.
We talkSPORT presenter. Would it be funniest to see walk the catwalk?
Presenter, I would like to see. Do you know what? O'Hara. And the reason why I say that is because he would love himself.
Lap it up.
Do you know what I mean? And
old Hollywood.
Yeah, O'Hara, definitely.
And of course, for all the best bits of White and Jordan, make sure you download 21 Minutes to Go, the podcast.
That's not on there.
Oh, yeah, my mistake, but download it anyway.
Okay. And of course, for all the best bits of White and Jordan, make sure you check out Outspoken.
21 Minutes to Go.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Great podcast.
Here's a little more weekend breakfast. This is Tony Cascarino telling Shaban about being sent off at Ellen Road back in 1993.
I said, if you had a £100 bet with me, I definitely didn't get sent off at Ellen Road.
Well, sure enough, there is footage of one of the worst elbows you'll see on a podcast. Kaz did get a second yellow. And
I've edited too many bullshit, man. I completely... it was not, I couldn't even... When I'm watching it, I didn't even know what was going to happen.
What's something from your life you wish you could forget?
So what was the question?
What was you doing back in 1993? Driving, weren't you?
I can't. What time was it? I can't say what I was mostly doing when I was 20.
You were 20, 30.
I was 20 in 93.
So.
All right. What I was doing in 93, I was just trying to think what I was doing when I was 20. I was an office junior in a
You definitely had a job.
I was office junior. I think I just finished cleaning out toilets. So I was an office junior in a publishing company.
Okay. What's one thing you'd like to bring back from the 90s?
My age.
That's it. I need 90s culture.
Music. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Music was mind-blowing. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, 90s culture was unbelievable.
Music was the best back in my day.
And a reminder, Shaban and Tony are with you every Sunday and Saturday from morning from 6.
Why can't you read that?
No, because...
What did you stumble on there?
Nothing, just got so stuck in my phone.
Reminder, Shaban and Tony every Sunday and make sure you download 21 Minutes to Go.
Yeah, 21 Minutes to Go was not on there.
Let's finish with, wasn't it? Oh yeah, my mistake. Let's finish with last night's Sports Spies, the fun boy Jason Cundy discussing an unfortunate injury for his dog Crumble. Poor Crumble.
All of a sudden she noticed that Crumble's having a bit of a limp up. He looks like
he's crumbling.
He wants to come off. He's giving one of them with his front paws. You know that.
Yeah. Well, he's limping about.
He's limping about, mate. And So she brings him home, and I don't know what's wrong with him. She took him to the vets yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Done a cruise ship.
What?
Crumble's done a cruise ship. Right? Seriously, right? He's out for the rest of the season, poor little thing.
I can't believe O'Hara's laughing.
That's unbelievable. That's terrible. By the way, this is quite sad that usually when dogs do a cruise ship, they do the other one.
Oh.
They come hand in hand. When did you last when did you last eat crumble?
A while ago, because usually on a Sunday, you know, after you've had your roast,
Yeah.
it's always like a nice dessert.
I had crumble after my roast on Sunday.
So I have pie.
Oh, right, okay.
But they're both beautiful.
I got very excited when I saw, like there was custard everywhere.
You know what's funny? When obviously I was at Tottenham,
Yeah.
but it was at most clubs, on a Friday when you're in the hotel because you've got a away game Saturday,
Yeah.
crumble would be the dessert. One day,
my God.
One day Ramos came in and stopped it, uproar.
I saw. Oh, right. I saw someone, and he told me about something you used to do in hotels about the amount of food you'd order before match days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll tell you who it is in the break, right? And then hopefully that you're
Okay,
and then you can tell the proper story.
All right, cool.
Okay, you've just literally broken that. That's good. If you were to get a new dog, you shouldn't be allowed. I don't think you're allowed.
Right, who's written this question?
What breed would you get? And what would you call it? You're banned from.
No, I'm not. I would probably
Only
get
dogs?
No, don't say that. I would probably get a Rottweiler or Doberman.
A Rockweiler?
Yeah, or Doberman.
Rock, R-O-C-K. Yeah, not Rottweiler. I get a Rottweiler. A Rottweiler, okay, yeah. O'Hara don't worry about that, yeah. 21 minutes to go, your podcast. Download it, new episode.
Why are you not plugging other people's stuff?
Thursday.
It's not very nice.
They don't need plugging.
They do.
We need plugging. Okay, and of course you can find all of our other shows on 21 minutes to go. Just download it wherever you get your podcast from. When we come back, we're building up to a big old night of football in the Premier League, one game in the Championship. We'll talk about that, and of course we'll have team news ahead of every single one of them. Moni fans, end of show quiz. Lots coming up the last hour. Join us after this.
I've got some sad news in the Cundy household, mate.
Go on, what's happened?
So the lucky Mr. C took our little dog out, Crumble, a little small Bichon. Took him
Crumble.
out. His name's Crumble. Took him out for a walk on
Bit like Chelsea.
Saturday morning, and he's running around like you're happy as a And all of a sudden, she noticed that Crumble's having a bit of a limp up. He looks like he's
crumbling.
He wants to come off. He's giving one of them with his front paws. You know that.
Yeah. Well, he's limping about.
He's limping about, mate, and. So she brings him home, and I don't know what's wrong with him. She took him to the vets yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Done a cruise ship.
What?
Crumble's done a cruise ship, right? Seriously, right? He's out for the rest of the season, poor little thing. He's out for the rest of the season.
Crumble's crumbled.
Crumble's crumbled, mate. Well, it's not a proper Cundy dog unless you have a problem with your leg.
I mean,
right? It's come out.
Sums your household up.
It sums up the Cundys,
You
mate.
got no knees in you, and no knees in the dog.
So the dog, I didn't even know dogs had cruciates. I had no idea. It's the first thing. So my wife's with the vet, and he's having a little fiddle about, and he turns around and he says,
"Oh yeah,
have you got pet insurance?" It's never a good sign when
that's
they say
not.
that.
No.
Luckily, we do have pet insurance. But he's having an operation on Thursday, mate.
Oh, he's all right though.
No, he's not. He's not,
no.
mate. You know, he's feeling he's a bit withdrawn, feeling very sorry for himself. He's out for the rest of the season. His World Cup hopes are finished.
He's over.
They're over, mate, for little Crumble dog.
He's absolutely crumbled.
He's crumbled.
Poor little thing.
I know.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krumbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The Sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League, as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Well, Matt, to last hour drive, talkSPORT, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is still here.
They watched the documentary series I'm going to bring out. It'll be even better.
It will be better. 100% Prince Naz. Still to come, we'll have team news ahead of all of tonight's game. But now, there's a big old fight coming your way live on talkSPORT.
The fear of losing is well worse, and the pain of losing is well worse than the joy of winning.
I'm just raring to go, mate. Another world title shot. Chance to become a 2-time world champion is just insane to me.
Dickens! Left hand there for Dickens, solid left hand. Oh, he's got him here. And Bannigan is all over the place here.
Am I fighting not to lose, or am I just trying to win? You know what I mean? I hate to lose. It's the worst thing in the world.
He's a great fighter. I think that this is going to be easily my hardest fight to date.
Anthony, the Apache Papachi!
Jazz is a WBA world champion. That's something we all dream of.
Getting my arm raised in the pre-arena will be a special night for me.
Oh, we love our boxing. Don't forget, huge fights coming up in the next few weeks on DAZN. On March the 14th, Jazz Dickens defends his WBA World Super Featherweight title against Anthony Kakache. And that one also live right here on talkSPORT. And then on the 21st of March, George Liddard takes on Tyler Denny for the British and Commonwealth titles. Then on March the 28th, this is going to be huge. Future heavyweight champion of the world, we all think, Moses Atoma takes on Jermaine Franklin. Watch all these fights only on DAZN.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Right, time now to take a look ahead of all of tonight's games in Drive Premier League Preview. Oh, a bit later than advertised. Right, we can start with Bournemouth against Brentford. That one is at 7:30 tonight. Bournemouth going to the game 10th, unbeaten in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, Brentford beat Burnley 4-3 over the weekend. They can go above Chelsea into 6th place tonight with a win. Their boss, Keith Andrews, he's been speaking to the media ahead of the game. He was asked if fans can start thinking about a European tour.
They should be excited about where we've got to. I think the players is very different. I think that is very much game to game. It has to be. I think if you start looking weeks ahead and what it might look like come the 3rd week of May, that's pretty dangerous, really.
We'll get your view on that in just a moment, Benny, but there has been a goal. The Lionesses are in action against Ukraine. Angelina Kelly's watching for talkSPORT. She can tell us more. Angelina.
Yes, it's Ukraine 0, England 1. They have finally got their goal thanks to Arsenal's Alessia Russo. It was a great ball from Keira Walsh to Russo inside the box, and she puts it straight into the back of the net. Finally, they've got a goal. It's Ukraine 0, England 1.
Thank you, Benny. You saw the goal,
Oh,
right?
it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They rolled it into her path. It was a quick chop because I thought she was going to hit it with her left, but in one action, she just chops back onto her right foot. Defender slides past her, and then she rolls it into the far corner. Lovely finish.
Can I ask a serious question? Is it behind closed doors tonight? I'm guessing it is, right?
No, it's elsewhere, right? I'm guessing it's not in Ukraine.
No, I know that, but I mean, there's not one person there. It's just no fans, isn't it? Okay. That's a shame. Right, 2 sides. Let's go back to Bournemouth against Brentford. 2 sides in good form. I mean, usually that tells us it's going to be a good game. How do you see this one? I think this is a real tight one to call, actually.
Do you know what it is? And it's crazy because they've both scored 44 goals in the league, so it tells you they score goals. And they've both conceded, Brentford's conceded 40 and Bournemouth 46, so they concede goals as well. So that tells you that it should be a good game. Brentford, I think Bournemouth are having a good season, but Brentford, I know it's only 4 points. I just feel like with what happened at the start of the season, losing their manager, a couple of their best players going, but then saying that Bournemouth lost a couple of really good players as well. They lost their best player in January in Semenyo. This should be a really, really good game. And 2 teams that they are exciting to watch. So they don't play with a handbrake on. Do you know what I mean? They both go at it. They both play free-flowing football. Both got really good players, technical players. So it should make for a good season.
A quick word about Keith Andrews. If he gets Brentford into Europe.
You've gone.
Sorry. Apologies, Keith Andrews. He's just signed a new deal at the club as well, right? Yeah. I mean, he's got to be in contention for manager of the season if he can get them European football.
Yeah, but he'd be right up there for sure. Because no one would have expected this. A lot of people probably thought they would have maybe been languishing down the bottom because of what they've lost. But he's almost taken Brentford to another level.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps, though, when you lose in Bremer, you lose Visser, and then Igor Thiago turns up, and not turns up because he was there before.
I know what you mean. Steps up
and just starts smashing goals in left, right and centre. And Charles playing well as well. So, no, yeah, Keith Andrews deserves a lot of respect because he's done a wonderful job there.
Yeah. How'd you see that one going? Bournemouth against Brentford, 7:30 tonight.
2-2.
Yeah, goals. You see goals.
Yeah,
I agree with
2-2.
you. Right, let's move on. Everton against Burnley. Everton beat Newcastle on Saturday. They sit 8th. Meanwhile, Burnley go into the game 8 points from safety after their controversial 4-3 defeat to Brentford over the weekend. Their boss, Scotty Parker, he's been speaking ahead of tonight's game, discussed the impact that VAR has had on their season.
There's only so many experiences you can go through when you come to a game of football that don't leave scars. And what I mean by that is that for every goal that you score, you celebrate, and then it gets pulled back. For every fan that cheers and then gets pulled back, there's a scar that's left, which is disappointment. And so that's the main reason. Of course, the weekend added to that is the decision of what you come to, the length of time, which I hear everyone saying, oh, the length of time, it needs to be quicker. I think the facts are, however long it takes, you just need to get it right.
Listen, Parker clearly been hurt by that defeat against Brentford, understandably so over the weekend. Do you think he's saying what a lot of fans are thinking when it comes to VAR?
Yeah, it is. And it's one, I think he's 100% spot on, but it's one of those results where as a player and you're in the dressing room for Burnley, it's like a punch to the stomach. That one you take, if you got beat 1-0, you go fair enough. But when you get that close and then you have 2 at the end ruled out, that does more damage than anything in the manner in which they lost.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of sympathy for him, especially with VAR, because I think VAR are turning a lot of fans kind of not against it, but they just don't like it. They think it's taking the joy and sucking the life out of football. But this should be a really good game. And to be fair to Burnley, although I still think they'll go down, they have given it a go.
They really have in recent weeks. Yeah,
they're giving it a go. So I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as people think.
Gordon, also 7:30, Everton beat Burnley. How will that go?
2-1 Everton.
Okay, home win.
Yeah,
okay.
2-1 Everton, yeah.
I mean, he's pushing them up the league, isn't he?
On Moyes.
David Moyes, yeah. Right, quick word about Leeds against Sunderland tonight. Their boss, Daniel Farker, has been speaking to the media. He said he's expecting a tough game.
We've played against Régis Lebris' side, and we know also like how he sets up his team, what his team is all about. We had tight games already on championship level. It was a tight first game. I think we had one of the best results so far. Once we went there, they've nearly beaten each of the opponent in the home game, and we came away with the draw, and was in the end a good draw. I expect also a tight and difficult and complicated game in the home game, but yeah, on this level, Premier League level, each of the game is difficult.
We'll get your view on Leeds Sunderland in just a moment. That one also 7:30. But the last time we spoke to Angelina Kelly was watching the Lionesses against Ukraine. England had gone 1-0 up. There's been another goal. Let's find out which way it's gone. Angelina?
It's Ukraine 0, England 2, and it's another goal for Alessia Russo. She's making up for those chances she missed in the first half. Lauren Hemp on the right-hand side. She plays the ball across the face of goal into the 6-yard box, straight to Russo, who's there to slot it into the back of the net. England have changed things up because Lauren Hemp is now on the right, Jess Park on the left, and the Ukraine players don't seem to know what to do with it. It's Ukraine 0, England 2.
Thank you for that. Just a quick word about Leeds Sunderland, Benny. How do you see that one going on? I need to move on, but just quickly, 7:30 Leeds v Sunderland.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite a tight affair. I'm going to say a 1-1. No, I'm not. I'm going to say 2-1 Leeds.
Okay, home win. And a quick word about Wolves against Liverpool. That one tonight, about 8:15.
Yeah, I think Liverpool win that 2-0.
Do you?
Yeah, I just think Wolves, even though they were brilliant against Aston Villa, I think Liverpool, just like when Sunderland were unbeaten at home, Liverpool found a way to beat them. I feel like they're...
the reason I rushed Darren Bent is because when we come back, we'll have team news ahead of every single one of those games, apart from Wolves, Liverpool, the 8:15 kickoff. We'll get that a bit later on. But when we come back, team news ahead of Leeds, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Brentford and Everton, Burnley, right after this, live on Drive and talkSPORT.
17:30.
I know you won't be too pleased with the way it finished at the Old Firm game. Wasn't the referee absolutely fantastic? I think he actually jumped over and a couple of players who went down injured.
Yeah.
He never stopped the game once.
Absolutely.
It was like watching football 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't having anybody hanging around or falling down and blowing up and stopping the game. He just got on with it. And amazingly, how many of those players jumped up and carried on playing?
I know, mate.
It's
just, you know when players do it?
It was just fantastic.
You know when players do it, right? And then they fall down and then their team win the ball back. they're straight up, aren't they? On getting back in the box to go and try and score a goal.
Andy, I know it'll be, sorry, Ali, it'll be disappointing for you, but I just thought the referee was I thought it was a very, very old-fashioned game in lots of respects. Great, obviously, unbelievable atmosphere. Commitment
incredible
from both teams and a great result for Martin, especially at the end.
I've got to say, John, I mean, I just think in the grand scheme of things, yes, you're absolutely right. I was delighted at half-time, disappointed at the end of the game. But in the grand scheme of things, well, what's happening up the road? Motherwell, mate, you won't be aware. I think Motherwell have got the best defensive record in Europe. They've only lost 18 goals and they're only 2 points behind, and they've got to play Celtic twice, Hearts twice, Rangers once. It's what an end to the season we're having, mate. It's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, brilliant. And brilliant. I love those stats. Not conceding many goals. That's right up my street. That's right up my street.
I'd write it down for you, Tony. I'd put your name in capital letters up there, mate.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Bent is alongside me. Still to come. We'll bring you our brand new feature, Route 26. With just 100 days to go to the World Cup starts. Right, let's get team news now, as promised, from tonight's 7:30 kickoffs in the Premier League. Starting with Bournemouth, they take on Brentford. Alex Crook is there for talkSPORT. Crookie, good evening.
Good evening. Bournemouth unbeaten in 7, but drawing most of those, bringing Christie and Evan Nielsen for Brooks and Krupi. Brentford welcome back goalkeeper Quaveen Kelleher after he missed their crazy 4-3 win at Burnley following the birth of his child. Collins and Henderson also start in place of Ayer and Yarmouk respectively. So the two teams in full for Bournemouth. Petrovic is the goalkeeper, Jimenez, Hill, Senesi and Trufair the back four. Adams and Christie in midfield, with Rayan, Scott and Tavernier behind Evan Nielsen up front. For Brentford, Kelleher the goalkeeper, Kayode, Collins, Vandenberg and Henry in front of him. Then come Henderson and Jensen, Ouattara, Damsgaard and Sharda in behind Thiago up front. It's 10th against 7th as Bournemouth host Brentford.
Cheers, Crookie. Right, Everton, they take on Burnley. Team news for that is in. The one and only Matt Jones has all the details. Hi, Matt.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, Everton are unchanged from their dramatic win at Newcastle. That means match winner Tieno Barry is still on the bench. Beto keeping his place up top. The Blues looking to end a run of 6 without a win here at Hill Dickinson Stadium. Pickford's in goal, then O'Brien, Tarkowski, Branthwaite and Mikalenko across the back. The two holding midfielders will be Gay and Garner, then McNeil, Dewsbury Hall and Ndai are behind Beto up top. As for Burnley, that incredible defeat at the weekend against Brentford. 4 changes for them from that. Walker, Florentino, Ugachukwu and Foster come in. Laurent, Ward-Prowse, Bruin Larson and Fleming are those who drop out. Dubravka has a back three of Worrell, Steve and Humphreys ahead of him. Walker, Hannibal, Florentino, Ugachukwu and Pires are across the midfield. And it's Anthony and Foster up top. Everton against Burnley from 7:30.
Thanks for that. Finally, Leeds take on Sunderland tonight. Mark Wilson has team news ahead of that one. Willow?
Good evening, boys. Leeds 6 points above the drop zone. This is a big chance for them to move away from the bottom three. Unchanged from the side that lost 1-0 here to Manchester City. So Darlow in goal, Bogill, Justin, Rodon, Strout and Goodmanson the back five. It's Stack, Ampadu, Gruev and Aronson behind top scorer Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Big team news for Sunderland. We're expecting changes. Not as many as we've got, but a couple of big ones. No Robin Roos, the keeper, is out. Could be out for a couple of weeks. That means the 22-year-old Swede Melker Elborg makes his debut for Sunderland. He's only played 7 professional games. There's no Granit Xhaka and Talby drops out. So Elborg, 09 and Angulo come in. It's Elborg in goal, 09, Ballard, Alderete and Hume at the back. Siddiqui and Angulo holding with Gertruda, Diarra and Lafay behind Eliza, Mienda up top. Big game this one, more so for Leeds you feel at Ellen Road. 7:30 start, it's Leeds against Sunderland.
Thanks for that, Mark. A reminder, after all of tonight's football, as always, the boys from around about 10:15 on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls. Right, time now for this.
Route 26 drives road to the World Cup.
Yes, our brand new feature, Route 26 drives road to the World Cup, because every Tuesday we'll be building up to the biggest World Cup in history across the USA, Mexico and Canada. You can expect big name guests and plenty of star-spangled banter along the way. I do like that line. Right, this week we're joined by our friend, football writer, host and author Luis Michel Echegaray joins us now. Hello, Luis. How are you?
Andy, it's a pleasure. It's great to speak to you again. And from this moment on, you can just say LME, so it's much easier for you.
I knew that, but I just, last time we met in New York, was it New York, I think it was, I got your name wrong, and I thought I'm going to try my best to get it. Luis Michel Echegaray, is that right?
Miguel, but everything else was perfect, my friend.
Joe
So you killed it. Don't worry about it.
Right, okay, next week. We'll keep getting. I've got 100 days to get that right. Okay.
Hey, listen, my wife still doesn't have it right, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine. Right, LME, thanks so much for coming on. A real pleasure. 100 days now to the World Cup. Are you excited about it? Are you gripped by how excited everyone is around you, or is it still too early for that to happen?
No, I'm definitely excited. I mean, I live in New York City, very close to MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford in New Jersey, where the final's going to be, a lot of big games. And look, the US is the kind of nation that is so congested with so many competitions and sports, the Super Bowl, NFL, NBA playoffs, college sports. So it can be very difficult to kind of keep track of what's going on. But as somebody that covers the game and somebody that's welcoming the World Cup once again in the US, it's definitely very exciting. I mean, there's a lot going on, obviously, politically, socially. You can't escape from it. Obviously, we're human beings at the end of the day. But, I think it's very special to remember that at the end of the day, the United States is a country that's so diverse, full of immigrants and a Spanish-speaking community. I'm Peruvian. So, just having all these communities welcome, it's not, football here. It's not the future. It's the present. It's a very popular sport. And once the World Cup comes, I think everybody's going to celebrate it. It's going to be very exciting.
Let me ask you, so we've obviously all day on talkSPORT been gearing up to the fact it's now 100 days left. I'm guessing a lot of radio stations, a lot of online YouTubers, etc., are doing the same. 100 days to go to the World Cup. It's a big milestone. Has that been similar in America? Is everyone talking about the fact there's now 100 days to go, or is it too early for that over there?
Oh, no, 100%. I think you have to live in a cave to not know that somebody said either on social or, like you said, on a TV show or newspaper that it's 100 days to go. I mean, let's not forget that, we live in the day of social media, right? You only have to go on Instagram or whatever, and you'll see a post from FIFA or, any network, and they'll remind you that it's 100 days to go. But it's very exciting. I mean, I think I have to remind everybody that, in the UK, obviously, and in Europe, you have like 2 specific networks that cover the sport in one language, in English or whatever. In the US, you have NBC and Fox that's going to cover the World Cup in English, but you also have Telemundo in Spanish. So like you're getting all this information, all this celebration, all these posts about the World Cup coming from so many different areas of the game that you can't help but not be excited about it. And I think, to your point at the beginning, once we get closer to, I think, May and June, I think that's when it's really going to rile up, because, you know, this is a massive tournament. You mentioned it already, 48 teams. There's so many cities that are, you know, going to take part in hosting it. It begins in Mexico City. There's matches in Canada. It's massive. But yeah, I think the countdown is fully on. And once it gets to 50 days to go, that's when really we're going to get very excited for sure.
So, Lewis, talk to me about the USA then, the team. I mean, what are you expecting? And we know you've got Pochettino over there as well. I mean, listen, I get it. In any major competition, and certainly the American way, it's to win the competition. But realistically, what do you think America can achieve?
Yeah, Bent, it's a good question, because the good thing to ask me is that obviously I'm a resident here of the US, but I'm not a citizen. So I can look at this very objectively, you know. And I think that, first of all, their group is very doable. If they don't win it, I think it will be a massive failure for them. And also the beginning, the early stages of the tenure of Mauricio Pochettino were not great. The US were not really picking up what Pochettino wanted them to do. Pochettino himself was trying to figure out the best roster, the squad. But now in the final matches, they have really delivered. They absolutely destroyed Marcelo Bielsa's Uruguay. They looked very good against Japan as well. So this is a team that's ready. And I think what's going to be different than any other World Cup is that finally now there's competition for their number 9. You know, you now have some real legitimate talent that's really fighting for that striker role, which is very important for the US. So, you know, Balogun, of course, who plays in Ligue 1, Ricardo Pepi, who's hopefully going to be 100% fit, of course. Josh Sargent has just left Norwich to come to Toronto. He's trying to fight for his place, you know. And then there's Haji Wright, who's like killing it with Coventry City. So, you know, there's a lot of competition now up front. So hopefully with the home crowd going behind them, they're going to go far. I personally think that once they hit, you know, I think they can go as far as the quarterfinals, but that's when you really meet the tough opponents. So we're going to have to see how they do. But, you know, optimism is very high for sure for the USMNT.
Lewis, the MLS, of course, is underway. Messi scored twice against Orlando City. Will he shine at the World Cup? What sort of level will he be playing at by the time the summer comes around? And also, will he get the backing of the American fans over there? Because obviously you've really taken to him. He's transformed the MLS since he's come over there. So I just wonder, when he's playing his home games for Argentina, will he get the backing from the Americans watching?
Oh, yeah, 100%, Andy. I mean, we're talking about the fact that when he went to play against Brazil, in Brazil, there were Brazilians wearing a Messi Inter Miami shirts. So, you know, I think that over here in the US, you're still going to get that kind of support. And you only have to go back to 2024 to see the kind of popularity that Messi and Argentina bring in the US with Copa America. It's going to be exactly the same for this World Cup. Look, Lionel Messi had a great game for Inter Miami against Orlando City in their derby this past weekend. He scored a brace. He looked good. One of them was a great free kick. But he's going to turn 39 years old during the competition. This is not going to be the same Messi as you even saw in 2022, for that matter. Now, the good news is that Argentina are such a force. I think Lionel Scaloni is one of the best managers in the game, but they're a transitional Argentina. So it's going to be interesting to see how they utilize him. And by the way, I think all arrows are pointing that he's going to play, but he hasn't confirmed it yet. I think he's just leaving it to the very last minute to say if he's going to be fully ready to do it. Obviously, we expect him to do it, but I think that playing in the US is going to be a massive advantage for them, especially, you know, when they play around Miami or even if they go to New York. The support for Argentina, not just them, but South American teams, is absolutely massive. And like you said, the moment he arrived to MLS, it kind of like just shook the entire league and the game itself. So he's going to get a lot of support for sure.
Luis Miguel Echegaray, thank you so much for coming on. I hope I've got it right. We will speak to you many more times between now and the start of the World Cup. And, of course, me and Benty and the Drive Time team are out there for some of the games, the latter stages. And we've got the talkSPORT credit card, so we'll make sure we have a drink with you.
Oh, in that case, I'm taking you to the best places in New York City. There's no doubt about it.
I've heard about those best places. We'll definitely be coming. Thanks for that. Listen, always a pleasure, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Cheers, Lewis.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, man. What a lovely fellow he is. He was great. Do you remember him? He gave us his book when he met us.
Yeah, and again, a couple of months ago, I went on his podcast.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Or on a Zoom?
On a Zoom, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Good work. Well done. Right, there have been a few goals since we last spoke between the Lionesses and Ukraine. Angela Kelly can tell us exactly which way they've gone. I think the last time we spoke, England were 2-0 up. There's been quite a few more goals since then, Angelina.
Yeah, just a few. It's Ukraine 1, England 4. After Alessia Russo scored 2 goals in 4 minutes for England, Ukraine had a great response with Yana Kaliniya finding the back of the net thanks to a free kick, which pinged around the box and eventually found her. It was actually Ukraine's first attack of the game. However, not long after, Lauren Hemp was brought down inside the box. A penalty was given by referee Katerina Campos. It looked like Russo wanted to take it to get her hat-trick, but she handed the ball to their penalty taker, Georgia Stanway, who stepped up to the spot and fired it low into the corner of the net, sending Ukraine keeper Katerina Samson the wrong way. Then it was Stanway again, who this time just danced into the box and fired it into the top corner. That was her 50th goal involvement in a Lioness shirt. It's Ukraine 1, England 4.
I'm sure there's more goals to come in that game. 20 minutes. Ooh, there's another one. 20 minutes on the clock remaining. Still to come, we'll look ahead to tonight's games in the Premier League. But, of course, that music means one thing. Time for a bit of no Googling. Last one of the day, we want to know who are the only 2 sides not to be awarded in the Prem this season. What a question that is. What a great question. Who are the only 2 sides not to be awarded a penalty in the Premier League so far this season? The answer to that brilliant question and more coming up live on Drive on talkSPORT in seconds. Stay there. Stay.
Game, Chelsea boss Liam Rosenior was asked if he feels there is a disciplinary issue at the club.
No, it's hard to put your finger on it. You have older teams that have disciplinary problems. There's many aspects to what we need to do, but it needs to change. I hold my hands up to that, and it's something we need to start. We're back in tomorrow. We need to have a discussion as a group. We need to make sure that we go into Aston Villa with 11 men on the pitch for 95, 96 minutes to give us the best chance to win the game.
Do you think you've got disciplinary?
No, what do you mean? I don't think I know. I don't think I know. You cannot have that amount of red cards in the season, and they're not. It's not coincidence. Just that red card with
the Neto one.
Yeah, when I was doing the comms, right, and that is a tackle where he's taking him down. He don't want to run in the corner. He's probably Martinez come off the bench. He don't fancy it. He's running. He's like, I don't really fancy Chain. He's taken a little bit of a cheat's way out. He's brought him down.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to. That's a tackle for someone that's not on a yellow. I don't think he knows he's on a yellow card. I'm not excusing it because it's another cheap yellow card. And the problem you've got, and I've watched every Chelsea game, is we pick up cheap yellow cards. And cheap yellow cards can lead to expensive red ones.
Yeah.
And I see Enzo Fernandez yesterday, Pedro Neto sent off. Enzo Fernandez, our vice captain, gets another yellow card for throwing the ball down, right? That's got to be cut out. Your discipline has got to be on point. And I can't excuse it, and I'm not going to excuse it. It's absolutely terrible. Our discipline record this season is nothing short of shocking.
What is the World Cup's most controversial moment? Hurst's goal, which definitely was a goal. Zidane's headbutt. Ronaldo's hell scare in '98. Nah, it's obviously Maradona's hand of God. Mexico City, 1986. England are set to take on Argentina in the World Cup quarter-finals. Both sides have won their group, and both are well fancied to lift the trophy. This game means more. Just 4 years on from the end of the Falklands War, and the hatchet has very much not been buried. It's a physical match, with Diego Maradona taking the brunt of a strong-handed approach from England's defenders. Despite a few early chances from England, Argentina are well on top, but luckily for the Three Lions, Peter Shilton's having a good day between the sticks. At half-time, it's goalless. 6 minutes after the break, the ball was played to the edge of the area. Steve Hodge sliced his clearance and it headed back towards his own goal. Up went Maradona's left hand, and he punched it into the net. He wheeled away in celebration, urging his teammates to join him, while the England team was furiously surrounding referee Ali bin Nasser of Tunisia. Even decades later, Peter Shilton hadn't forgiven Maradona. Argentina won 2-1 and went on to lift the World Cup trophy. I mean, without the hand of God, we might never have got the song Three Lions. But we'd have another World Cup.
Jack. They're mob deep.
Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein, the rapper that is Darren Bent. Before the break, I asked the question, great question, who are the only two sides not to be awarded a pen in the Prem this season? Go on.
Wolves have.
I'll give you 18 guesses.
Right, I'm going to go. One of the only teams
I'll give you 5. Go. Bang.
Sunderland.
No.
Brighton.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No, not Jesus.
Tottenham.
1.
Villa.
It's the other, Aston Villa and Spurs, yeah.
Wow.
It's a great question. Follow us at 7, Adrian Darren the GOAT, hosts Kick-Off with all the goals as they go in from the Premier League. Meanwhile, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Ipswich lose against Hull in the Championship. Team news for that is in. The one and only Ian Danter can tell us more. Dance, good evening.
Evening to you, boys. Well, both of these teams locked on 60 points in the Championship, 6 behind Middlesbrough after their great win at Birmingham last night. But Ipswich do have 2 games in hand on the Borough and would go above on goal difference if they got 6 points from their 2 games in hand. But Hull are the second best away side in the division. Ipswich are the second best home side. Despite the fact they've got back-to-back wins under their belt, both these sides, managers have made a lot of changes. Kieran McKenna's made 5 for Ipswich. Sergej Jokanovic has made 4 changes for Hull. For Ipswich, in come Greaves, Taylor, Clark, Eggerly and Hurst. For Hull City, in come McNair, Crooks and Miller into the starting lineup. So it's a strong-looking Ipswich side, despite the changes that Kieran McKenna has made. Darren Ambrose will be alongside me. We're live on talkSPORT 2 with kick-off at 7:45 here at Portman Road. Ipswich Town against Hull City.
Good work as always. Thanks for that, Dan. How do you think your side will get on against the Tigers?
Yeah, I think this was a positive result. You heard what Dan said.
Is this one of their games in hand? It must be, right? They're the only team playing tonight.
Yeah, I think so, potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, the Town.
Go on, the Tigers. Right, we're going to look ahead to tonight's games in the Premier League. In more detail now, host of Kick-Off and the GOAT, Adrian Durham, joins us, would you believe it, live from somewhere in the world. Aid, hello.
How you doing? I've been listening to the show, it's so good. I'm on Molyneux, Wolves, Liverpool.
Oh, that'd be... Do you want to talk about that one now? Should we start with that? Yeah, let's start with that
I'm
one.
open to any questions you got.
Okay. Can you name everyone that's going tonight and their names and addresses and birth dates?
I would, but it'll take too long.
Okay. I think this is an interesting game because Wolves has shown a bit of fight and a bit of bite of late, and Liverpool also look like, not they're turning things around, but they're looking a little bit like we expected Liverpool to look for most of the season. I think it's a tough one to call.
Okay, I'm going to analyse what you just said there. Liverpool, right? I know that their league position is better. They look nothing like they looked last season, nothing like they looked under Jurgen Klopp. And he's talking about, football being a bit of a bore fest. Well, that's watching his team. Liverpool have been boring under Arne Slot this season. So, they may well make top 5. And who knows what they might win trophy-wise. But I think he's been a little bit... there's a bit of football hypocrisy going on there. He's having a pop at, teams that are boring. Have a look at your own team,
Do you think his job's on the line if they don't get Champions League football? Do you think he'll go?
Yeah, I do. And I don't know if he'll go, but certainly there will be scrutiny of him. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a change because it just doesn't feel like a good fit. You've gone from a manager whose frontline players were marauding forward at every opportunity, banging in goals left, right and centre, to this guy who's suddenly saying I love clean sheets. He actually said that in the programme on Saturday. I couldn't believe it. So, and now he's saying, I don't really like set pieces. They scored 3 set pieces at the weekend. It's baffling from Arne Slot what he's doing here. And if you'll all have studied the stats from Mo Salah, comparisons with last season and seasons gone by. Mark Kennedy, former Liverpool winger, was on Weekend Sports Breakfast saying Mo Salah's yesterday's man. I can't help thinking that part of the problem is, he's getting on a bit, Mo Salah, and maybe signing the new contract might have taken a bit of motivation out of him, but it's more to do with the way Arne Slot plays, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a great shout in terms of the Salah situation, because you're right. The same dynamism isn't quite there for Liverpool. But, for Wolves' perspective, though, I think they look better under Rob Edwards. Of course, they haven't looked great because they are where they are. But I just wonder, if Rob Edwards had been there at the start, do you think the outcome would have been different, or do you still think they'd be down there because they're not good enough?
Okay, I'm intrigued by this Rob Edwards thing, okay? It looked great. I was here on Friday night, and it was terrific. The atmosphere was really good. The fans bought into it. It's a local derby, and they beat the Villa. And so they're obviously going to be looking for any kind of positive, and that was a big one for them. So it was a great night here. Everybody enjoyed it. But it's one moment in what's been a truly dreadful season. Now, Rob Edwards was appointed mid-November. Wolves were bottom. They had just 2 points from 11 games. They were only 8 points off safety at that point. He lost his first 7 games in charge. This is like the fella Juric at Southampton last season, where everybody was saying was rubbish, and he's lost his first 7 there. He won only one of his first 17 in charge, so it feels a little bit like everybody's saying, well, Rob Edwards has made them better. He didn't really have a chance. 1 win in his first 17 games in charge. I think there should be a little bit more scrutiny about that.
Well, see, but I understand what Ada's saying. But in those games, there were moments, the Arsenal game at home being a prime example, where they nearly nicked a point. They then went to Anfield. And
they did nick a point, mate. Are you deluded?
No, I'm talking about...
Have you wiped that out of history?
No, I'm talking about the start when Arsenal won 2-1.
Oh, right, at the Emirates.
The Emirates. And then the following week, when they played against, or a couple of weeks later against Liverpool, they played really well in that one, got beat 2-1. So I think they've had moments under Rob Edwards, and I think they've certainly looked better.
Right, what I'll say is, they've looked better. They don't get absolutely walloped regularly. So, they're not getting battered week in, week out. He's made them better. But actually, when I saw them against Villa, and when I saw them, I was here for the Arsenal game as well, the 2-2 draws. First half dreadful, second half really good. And I thought to myself, okay, it's taken him a long time, but he has actually made them good to watch, made them better, made them defend better. They're attacking better as well. So he's made elements of the game better, but he just didn't do it anywhere near soon enough. And I think he's been given a huge opportunity at this football club. It's a giant football club for Rob Edwards.
I've got to let you go. Before I do, can you just give me a prediction, please?
The show will end. Your show will end at 7. That's a prediction.
That's great. No, I'll take that. That's enough.
I'll have Wolves 1, Liverpool 2. Okay. 2 set pieces.
Oh, we hate them. We hate them. Keep up the great work. See you soon, pal.
Cheers.
There you go. The legend is Adrian Durham. He takes over from us in 15 minutes, of course, building up to all of tonight's live football. Right, time now for this.
Couldn't believe he got a yellow card for that. The game's gone.
Honestly, I've seen my Sunday League team defend better than our back line. Welcome to Moni fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, it's time now to hear from Aaron Nolan from our friends at Paddy Power. He's got something he wants to get off his chest in this week's Moni fans feature. Aaron's reputation of being a bit of a moaner well established. Let's find out what he's moaning about this week.
Spurs fan here. We sacked Thomas Frank and I expected a new manager bounce from Igor Tudor. We were promised a new manager bounce. We didn't get one. 2 games, 2 losses, 2 shocking performances. Honestly, let's just sack Tudor and try again. We need an instant turnaround, and a fresh face is meant to do that. It happens in the Premier League all the time. So let's just try it again. Sack Tudor, try someone else. And if the next manager doesn't have an instant impact, sack them and try again. Because we don't have the luxury of patience anymore. There's no time to build a project. We need to win some football matches now to stay up.
Well, he makes some good points. Well, Bentley and I are going to see if we can outmoan the moaner with our own moans of the week. We've got 30 seconds to vent. Producer Joe will then decide who's the best moaner. And, more importantly, if we've eclipsed Paddy's moaner in chief. Bentley, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, your 30 seconds to moan starts now.
Yeah, people moaning about set plays and scoring from corners, like all of a sudden now that's an not a fashionable thing to do, because some of the biggest games throughout history have been decided by a corner or a set play, and the fact that Arsenal now are doing it, and more, not just Arsenal, other teams are doing it, and now it's unfashionable, I think it's quite embarrassing, because when Pep brought the tiki-taka in, after a while people said, I can't watch Man City, it's so boring to watch, and I always quite enjoyed watching it. It's now set plays, because teams are finding other ways to win without having to pass the ball 5,000 times.
That's it, no, that's it.
It's ridiculous.
My 30 seconds starts now as well. Not as well. I mean, yours just started. We're in it. I'm going to moan about Arsene Wenger. Looks like he's going to get the law changed for offside. So it's going to be daylight now. Daylight between the attacker and the defender. And that means effectively you could, in theory, be a whole person further forward than last time. Because if your back heel is level with the front foot of a defender, you're still onside. Leave the offside alone. Right? There's one way to fix it. Just by your foot. It's that simple. Stop changing it. And if you're going to change it to your foot. I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing now. I thought that was a good moan. Producer Joe's going to tell me in my ear who had the better moan. Producer Joe? Andy Goldstein, he said. And that, my friends, is yours truly. Producer Joe reveals the winner. He's just done that. There you go. That's Paddy Power's Moany Fans feature for today, 18+. Gambleware.org.
Moany Fans on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
When we come back... I love you as well, David. Thanks. When we come back, one more Billy will be in the studio for the end of show quiz, and other bits and pieces will be happening as well. Stick around to find out what those bits and pieces are.
Bruno, his numbers are incredible, right? And what he's done from in a poor era, well, a poor era in terms of Manchester United, where they were to where they are now, right? But this is my thing with Bruno. He is incredible. But I always compare it to, I look at the Man United teams he's played in, right? And I look at the teams that Steven Gerrard plays in at Liverpool, right? Which were probably equally as bad at times. And I look what Steven Gerrard did for Liverpool in terms of, didn't moan about it, got on with it. Look what he's won them, FA Cups, Champions League. I just feel Bruno could have not, you know what I mean, done more in the bigger games to get Man United over the line. I know he won the FA Cup to win something else. I mean, honestly, some of the teams Steven Gerrard played in, and I played against them, like, yes, Carrick was there, good player, Steven Gerrard. There were times, it felt like Steve was playing his own.
It's a fair point you make, but Gerrard didn't have these numbers, and I don't...
No, but he didn't have to have the numbers. No, I'm talking about his trophy cabinet.
But I don't know why, if we're talking about Bruno Fernandes being PFA Player of the Year this year, I don't know why we need to compare him to another player. Let's take Bruno.
No, but I'm talking about in terms of an overall picture, where some people will put Bruno compared to... And I can only make that example because I remember playing against certain Liverpool teams.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, but somehow they've managed to win the Champions League, get to Champions League finals, win FA Cups, because he's been the difference. Do you know what I mean? So, prime example, Europa League last year, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Where was Bruno?
I hear what you're saying. But if you look at Thierry Henry, right, who you understandably call the best player ever to grace the Premier League, I could name other strikers that have played up top.
Yeah.
Like Didier Drogba, that have pulled their team over the finish line in bigger games like Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
And Henry didn't do it.
The Green Party have won the Denton and Gorton by-election. Labour in third place.
Breaking news that Peter Mandelson has now been arrested. So Mandy and Andy have now both had their collars felt.
What would Andrew Loney tell them to do?
To come clean, be honest. And if Charles is complicit in this cover-up, which I believe he is, then I think he has to fall on his sword.
When you define sex, what your gender or sex, what you mean is biological sex, and that's a man or woman, what you are physically, not what you think you are on a Wednesday afternoon.
Welcome back to Drive
Say what you said before we came back on air.
I'll smash your face in if you don't pay attention.
Hey, see? Right.
Well, I'm not scared. Yeah, see, Joe's just told you off. Follow us at 7 Adrian Durham host kick-off with all the goals as they go in the Premier League. But now, how does a VIP private suite for you and 11 mates for a day at the cricket sound this summer? Well, thanks to the pitch experiences, we're sending you to their super box at the Oval for England against Sri Lanka. We're talking fine dining, your own personal mixologist, private balcony and Q&As with cricket legends while you watch the action. For your chance to win, text the word WIN to 8333. A text costs £2.50 plus standard network rate, or you can call 0343 7260. Lines close on Friday at 4 p.m. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a talkSPORT promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 8333 now. In a moment, Billy will be getting beaten up by Bent in the studio. But first, it's all over in the Lionesses World Cup qualifier against Ukraine. Angelina Kelly has been watching for talkSPORT.
It's full-time. Ukraine 1, England 6. England take 3 points from their first World Cup qualifier. After a first half where they dominated possession but failed to be clinical enough, Alessia Russo scored 2 goals in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Ukraine had a great response with Yana Kalinin finding the back of the net in their first attack of the game. But moments later, Georgia Stanway converted a penalty. She then danced into the box and fired another ball into the top corner. She then provided an assist for Jess Park as she cut it back low into the 6-yard box where Park was waiting to just poke the ball into the net. And then towards the end of the game, Jess Park gets another goal. It was absolutely beautiful. In the box, about 12 yards out, she curls the ball. It loops over the Ukraine goalkeeper and goes into the far corner. Full-time, Ukraine 1, England 6.
Tremendous. Thank you for that, Angelina. One more Billy's in the studio. He does look like he's 10.
Hi, Bill.
Great. How are you, Bill?
Yeah, Bentley's just stabbing him.
Stabbing him?
Hey, don't do that.
Don't put a pen in him, it hurts him.
Thanks, Andy.
What's up, Benny? You alright?
Yeah.
What are we doing, end of show quiz?
Quick list.
Quick list, yeah? Okay.
Whenever you do a list, it just tells me you're lazy.
No, I love a list.
This one was actually a lot of work. 100 days to go to the
Why
World
don't we
Cup.
do Generation Game?
We can do that if you want.
Wait there for months.
What do you mean if you want? Have you got it set up?
Not right now, no.
Right. Lazy.
Yeah, quick list.
Go on, then.
100 days to go to the World Cup.
Correct.
Can you name the last 10 England players to score in a World Cup knockout match?
Harry Kane, lock it in.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling, knock it in.
Yes.
Luke Shaw.
Oh, wait, no, not Raheem Sterling.
What?
No.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Harry
no,
Kane.
No, you're thinking Euros.
Hey, hit
A
me,
World Cup.
Hit me Eric Dyer.
No.
Trippier.
Yes.
Trips.
2018
I think it's called
semi-final.
Trips.
So knockout, well, I'm guessing that would be Cole Palmer in the final, right?
No, it's not World Cup, is it?
Oh, is it Euros?
World Cup only.
World Cup only. In knockout.
So we've got Harry Kane, we lost to France, right, in the last one?
Yeah.
Pens.
Yeah. Before that, who do we beat? Gee.
Sturridge?
Oh, that's alphabetical.
Do you want to put him in?
I've got one. Did you say?
Not on the list, sorry.
Did you say Eric Dyer?
Yeah.
And it's a no.
No. Eric Dyer, he said.
No.
Trippier, you said that.
I said that.
And you got that
Hey,
right.
it's Welbeck.
Not on the list.
Some Beckham.
Yes.
Cornbeck.
2006, last 16 against Ecuador.
What number's that?
8.
What year was that?
2006.
Oh, Michael Owen.
2002, quarter-final
Darren's
against
a great lad.
Brazil, yeah.
But you don't love him, do you,
Yeah,
David?
they got beat 2.
That's 9, by the way, 2002.
They got beat 2-1.
2002, so 98.
Or 2002 again.
Oh, so it's 2002.
Darren's a great lad. I love Darren.
2002.
Well, 2002 England, so they played. I saw they played Brazil in the quarters and got knocked out. So who did they play before that?
That's the question, isn't it?
Rio. It was an OG Denmark. It was like an OG type. I'm going to go Rio.
He did score in that game, but he's not the right answer.
Sol Campbell.
No. They won 3-0. This player scored the third. So.
Oh, Darren Anderton.
No, not in 2002, bro.
All right.
Not Gerrard and Lampard.
No. Striker.
Oh, Heskey.
Yes.
I think Sol Campbell's was massive.
Yeah. Was massive.
World Cup. 2 and 3.
2006.
Got a couple from the 2022 World Cup.
Hey, give me Andy Carroll.
No.
You idiot.
No, he's got a header for England.
An idiot, you are. You're embarrassed.
Hey, I've got one. I don't know if it's a knockout, though. Matt Upson.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Cool.
When he got smashed by Germany.
Last 16 against Germany, 2010.
What year is it like? We've got 40 seconds.
The lowest you still need is 2018. So you got 2 from 2022 and 2 from 2018.
Not Vardy.
No.
2018.
You got
Jesse
Scholes.
Lingard or Dele Alli.
Dele Alli, 2018.
Scholes.
No. 3 players could still make the England squad today. Still playing today.
Maguire.
Yes.
Vardy.
No.
Luke Shaw. Maguire.
2 players probably will go to
Pickford.
We were talking. No.
Calvert-Lewin.
No.
Watkins.
This one caused a big debate earlier.
Do you know we'll never know? We'll never know. We're out of time.
Jordan Henson.
No, I said we'll never know. So stop talking.
Jordan Henderson.
We can't end on that though. Me and Benny are back at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock. For more of the same, stay with talkSPORT. Loads of live football coming your way. Boys on the Sports Bar from 10. We'll be taking your calls on the final whistle. Have a lovely evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
I'm loving drive time instead.
Plans to expand the site of Wimbledon may include paddle tennis courts on the new site.
Yep.
Paddle courts at Wimbledon. I mean, paddle's popularity in recent years has seen over 1,600 courts across the country.
Yes.
You'll know that. You've probably played in a few of them, attracting a new set of fans from different age groups. Even people Simon age play paddle tennis. But what they're doing at Wimbledon, I mean, the Lawn Tennis Association has run the sport since 2019,
Is that
but
a governing body?
insists that tennis's participation has not been damaged due to paddle's popularity.
There is a school of thought that says that the governance of the LTA is the wrong place for paddle to be held under, because there is a thought process there. It is being strangled by the tennis governance, that it is being put into a situation where it is beginning to stop the food chain and supply chain of people playing tennis. There is a school of thought that suggests that there should be an alternate governing body set up that's specifically for paddle, which then